All right, we are here and we are live, and yeah, we totally didn't have any technical issues. I don't know what you're talking about. That didn't happen. This is our first time here for the night. I'm going to quickly do some intros for the players so we can dive the hell in and just get it done. And then people can banter and add their stuff if they want to. We got Yampa here from the Friday game. He is playing Sir Rune ap Rhodri. He is a banneret in the Brecon Mountains of Scavalon. We have Liam here playing, for this season anyways, he's playing Sir Virgil of Durnford and the castle of the one with the D in it, I think, maybe. What's it called again? I forget. Devices, yeah.
Devices.
Yeah. Mnemonic
You've left
devices.
Me to my own devices.
Yeah. So
I gave you someone else's.
Yes, and he is known for body slamming people through tables at feasts, and amongst other
Correction, body slamming his friends through tables.
Yeah.
And superiors.
It's fair. We have Mark playing the traitor, Sir Florence de Idmiston. Totally not a knight of Cornwall. No, just giving everyone crap tonight. And then we have he is the Baron of the Axe and the first of the three to be a famous knight, and the Naught son of the Naught lineage of Vortimer. So, and then finally we have Sir Edrich the Nimble, known for his dexterity in his late life. They call him the repeller of archers. Great at if there's one thing he's known for, it's taking down archers before they ever threaten him. So
you didn't say this.
You've shown me a universe which I would rather be living in.
You didn't say this session was going to be set during April Fools. This is uncalled for.
It's the roast. This is just me getting all my technical difficulty frustrations off the map here. So just kidding. So all these guys play awesome knights, and we get to find out more about them. Yampa, we were originally going to bring Yampa in a little later into the game. Bringing him in now because we forgot. So he's going to sit patiently as we quickly roll through a 20-minute feast. The year is 505, and as of last year, there was concern that that the county of Wessex, led by, or the kingdom of Wessex, led by a Saxon son of Vortigern the Tyrannus, has threatened Salisbury should it not bend the knee soon, that there would be consequences. Salisbury has not bent the knee, and as we've seen in other scenes, Wessex now prepares for war.
We're so bummed about it.
But back in Salisbury, preparations are at best a very minimal concept at this point. So, because, and by that I mean to say you don't know what's coming or when. You just anticipate that something will be coming. So, why don't we start with some appeal rolls from the three knights, and we can dive into the game. I might have to shuffle some of these NPCs that aren't here, but I think I got Ufo was the only one I needed to remove from the list. Oh, and Jenna's not here.
Indeed. Oh, do I get the advantage roll from being marshal, or is that not a thing? Excellent. Okay, I succeed. Oh.
No,
wait, what was our
appearance from?
What was our condition on that?
The last condition was apparently Evildrick was a jerk to the seat organizer.
Yeah, we'll assume that's the case. Mark, you have to fire your fashion person. What do you call that?
Yeah. My fashionista. No. It's called my valet.
It's like having a kicker in football. It's like their only job is to kick an occasional really important field goal, and they miss. It's like, really,
one job.
It's all you do. That's yeah.
Oh, as a reminder, my Squire Tremaine is no longer my squire.
Oh, you're cutting out a little bit there. Can you repeat that?
Oh, as a reminder, Sir Florence's squire, Tremig, is no longer a squire.
Okay.
Liam, could you make your appearance roll?
I can. That's not appearance. Here we go. That's right, I'm better at this now. Ha! That's the wrong person, though. Right? It's the right character sheet. Wrong name tag.
Wrong name. That's fair.
Also,
Okay.
we need our feast. We need our feast food.
We do. Feast food time. Almond omelet, bream and eel pasties, and turnips baked with cheese. We have, let's see. All right. We're just going to go in order of top to down on this list here. So we'll start with Edrich, round 1. Let me just shuffle the deck real quick.
Indeed. Edrich, looking around, he's done pretty much everything he can to prepare for the war in the last 2 years. He doesn't need to do any politicking at the moment. I'm going to draw some cards. Also, cuz we got a time limit.
Right?
More food, always a pleasure. Lost love, young braggarts, and because I'm at 10,000 glory, do I draw 4 or 3?
You have 4.
4 at 8,000, you have 4. And at 16,000, you have 5.
Okay, we got more drink, we got more food, we got young braggarts, and we got lost love. Several young knights are becoming progressively wilder, trying to one-up each other. Let me check my proud, because I think I'm more modest. Yeah, I'm modest
You are.
13.
Yeah.
I'm going to...
You're modest what?
I'm modest 13.
Oh, I think you said 18. I'm like, no, your character is
No,
not.
yeah, no way. I think I might actually do Lost Love. Even if Cruel wins and I lose Geniality, I think it's quite in character.
That's fair.
Wait, is it? Mock is lost and he leaves the feast. No, I've lost a love before. I'm gonna try for young braggarts, even though I'm worse at it. No, wait. Okay, lost love. Let's do it. Merciful. Ah. Failure.
Oh.
Success.
Mm.
I think it's very much. I have bemoaned my misery before, but what I have also done is gotten down to business. We face war, and I expect all of my knights to be focused. Now, I wasn't paying attention to what you said, so I don't quite know her name, but I advise you forget her.
Right? I wish I had Akelon here. That would have been great, but I don't. So,
He runs out crying.
Vahan. Vahan?
I'm under a lot of stress at the moment.
Vahan of Salisbury. So, Sarum. He's a Sarum knight.
I think it's because he's so cowardly that Edric's like, I have very little patience for you.
Very just.
Yeah.
Very, very
How
cowardly.
did this guy become a knight?
Let's say he's an
Exactly.
esquire.
I have not seen you at a single battle ever.
He is a knight of the court. That's what he is.
Indeed.
A knight. You know what he is? He's in he's in the defunct navy with that swimming 22.
Indeed.
Hey, Gothy.
Indeed.
Much appreciated, friend.
But yes, I lose 2 geniality, but I gain 1 from picking the card, and I gain 1 from being where I am, so it's a net 0.
Sounds good.
Vaughan. What kind of a name is Vaughan? Edrich says to himself as he gets over to his almond omelette.
Yeah, that's fair. So you're at 0-0, aren't you? Yeah.
Yep.
Wait. 1, 2. Yep. Okay, that brings us to Florence.
All right. So Florence is going to draw some cards.
Yeah, my picks weren't the best for that round.
Oh.
Oh.
Yep.
Up planning with Countess.
Never. Yeah, let's do Hostess needs advice.
Yeah, I don't think you do have a choice, don't you? You got 2 of them. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so the hostess desires to speak to you about some problem involving another lady. Roll intrigue. Let's go. Success! The hostess nods at your advice. +1 genealogy.
Okay, so that's obviously Ellen.
Stay away from our hostess. Stay away from her.
How does Florence always end up with host? Like it's even catered to. It's not Robert. It's specifically her. That card's
every time. Pretty much every time.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. Let me see. Who would that other lady be? It sounds like there's a little bit of a beef, or at least a potential for one. I'm gonna say it's. Why not? Why don't we make this extra dramatic, and we're gonna pull the fairly common at the feast ladies up and see if it's any of them that are beefing with. Since this is your countess, it only makes sense. So go with if it's D6. We'll go with a D8. If it's a 7 or an 8, it's not one on this list. It's another like we'll be adding someone else to the conversation.
Yep.
5 though, so there's Lady Bronwyn. Mark, I need 2D100. Let's figure out what the Countess's beef is with Lady Bronwyn real quick.
What the beef is about. 58 and 33.
58 and 33. Okay, bear with me. Oracle tables. I'm just going to pull up the Oracle tables here, which I wasn't prepped for. It won't take me long. What did you say the numbers were again, Mark?
58, 33.
Okay, perfect. Okay, that's good. Lady Bronwyn is pushing for is critiquing Lady Ellen for not suing for peace longer so that they can address the Saxon problem at large. So Bronwyn, if I recall, has a major beef out at the Saxon shore specifically. I can't remember if she hates Saxons altogether, but for this case, we'll just say she really hates the East Saxons given what happened out there. And she basically is asking Ellen or pressing Ellen to sway Edrich to make the payment for now until Nanteleod or some other entity is in a position such as Corneus or Ulfius to deal with the Saxons rather than the potential risk of Salisbury being conquered. What is Florence's response to this? Because it's a positive one.
I just ran it, yes. I think Florence's advice is to do what he does often, which is feign ignorance. Feign the idea that, oh, well, that's Edric's decision. There's not much that can be done to convince him. Edrich is, kind of putting not necessarily the blame, but placing the focus upon Edrich, because it is technically true. Edrich wants war with Cerdic.
Yep. Okay.
Cerdic. We'll get his name eventually.
Yep. Okay. She'll nod to that advice for the time being. And we go to what do you get for geniality for that, Mark? What was the card? 1? And then +1?
1 for the card, +1.
And then your seat.
Plus
1 more.
1 for the money.
2 for the show.
Show.
Yeah.
3 to get ready. Go, cat, go.
4 to go. Yeah, you get it. You understand.
If you step on anyone's blue suede shoes, you do lose 3 geniality.
That is true.
All right, that brings us to Virgil.
Let's draw some cards. I'm at 8,000 now, so I can get all 4.
Yeah!
Yeah! Pagan gift fashion disaster.
Oh, sage advice.
Nice.
Sage advice.
Which is
after
very
advice.
good. You get a lot of good stuff for Robert.
Robert loves me. I'm his favorite knight, and it's not even close.
I'd like
It
to
really
think it's
isn't.
somewhat close, but no, it isn't.
Did I just kidnap a bunch of women behind this card? Behind these cards?
No, we can't select them. I
We
don't
moved them all. You're good.
Okay, good. All right. I roll an intrigue check. The host seeks your counsel about some problems with another knight or lord. I think I get this card. I think twice a week.
I think we've had I think we literally had this like a week ago.
Yeah.
We had this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had this last time with about Florence.
Yeah, I have a problem with Florence. What's his problem with me today?
No, you know what? I think the focus on this one is going to be about. I think Robert is checking in with Virgil, who he for whatever reason trusts more than anyone. It seems, based on the cards, to see if Edric's plans against Wessex are sound from Virgil's perspective.
Okay. And for my success on intrigue, are they?
He's been planning in and out of character for actual troop movements for about 2 years. All of the eastern and the southern borders are protected to the detriment slightly of the northern and western. So if we're attacked from places we're not expecting it, things look bad. But between Silchester and our borders to the east and south, we could be okay, unless we have to really quickly regroup.
I trust Edric's wisdom on this, and especially because the dog's role is specifically to back you up in all things. So I think Virgil is going to be straightforward and basically confirm along the lines of, we need our forces centralized or we won't stand a chance on any front. Right now, we respond to what is attacking us to the south. The Saxons will be pushed back, and once they know that we are not pushovers, then we can focus our attention on another avenue.
He'll ask you, and what if Nanteleod decides to invade us, like he did Bedegrain and Lambor?
Well, then we'll respond in kind. I don't know this Nanteleod beyond what I hear from him, but I do know that the truth of the matter is that a knight who faces two enemies at once is always going to suffer. If we do, we'll handle it. But until then, we put our efforts at the enemy we can see, not the one that may or may not appear. I trust Edrich in this.
Noted. And Robert has grown like quite a few, maybe almost, well, at least several inches this year. So he is 13 years old this year. So he's officially hit his teenage years.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
My
Oh.
little boy!
Oh no, the testosterone is not going to be good for him.
Yeah. He's not proud,
doing
you're fine. Yeah.
What are you talking about? He's doing fine. He's Virgil's little guy, man. Is that 6 geniality I just got from that?
That is
No.
5. 2 from
5, because
2
it's
from
1 for the
success.
round. Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha. Cool.
That's pretty huge.
Yeah, good for 1 card.
Hmm.
I
Okay.
lost 2 for mine because I need.
Okay.
Could I have picked more food? Yes. Is that
It's all
interesting?
about that.
No.
Money.
Why don't we quickly get through round 2 as we
Let's do it.
back to Edrich.
Speed is of the essence. He is relatively confident there's no foreign dignitaries I need to smooth talk. Let's draw some cards. A lady's favor, lead the dance. Please God, no. show of strength and more food. What is it about more food? All right, let's look at a lady's favor.
There's been
a lady.
There's been a very large focus on Edric's digestive system across the arc of this game.
Yeah, at the beginning he was like pretty flatulent. Now people want that to come back because maybe with that pressure gone, he's less of a hard ass. A lady's favor. A lady needs a knight to challenge another knight to a contest of honor. I determine a rival's skill based on orate singing or play. My choice, of which it would probably be orate at 9. That said, I do have some play skill, but I can also lead the dance. My dancing is 2. A lady is picked to lead the next formal dance, and she chooses you to join her. I am going to... I think I'm going to lead the dance because I would also like to use this as an opportunity to dance with my wife.
Okay. Noted.
My dance skill is 2. My chances of success are very low. May I invoke the passion of hospitality?
You may.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? We didn't even have. This is such a dark feast that we didn't have the feast music going this whole time. Look at that.
Well, we're under a lot of stress here.
Yeah.
That is a failure on the dance. But I did not fumble, so I don't step on anyone's toes.
It's still worth 2 geniality, right?
It's worth 1. 1 from being above the salt, though, near the salt.
Yeah, so 2 total.
2 in total.
Yeah. It's a very stiff dance. Mostly because my dexterity is currently 5. Also because my dance is very low. I'm using this as a chance to spend more time with the wife.
Tin Man Edrich has to develop the robot, and then he's good. So, yeah.
See, if I could have my sword here, then everyone would be impressed.
He only had a heart.
All right, that brings us to Florence for round 2.
We're gonna draw some cards. Cards.
More food.
More food. Faux pas. Singing sensation. And gossip. Well, gossip isn't useful to me. Because this is the end. More food. Alright, let's see. Sensation. Let me just double check his singing score. Yep, that's what I thought it was. We are going to do a faux pas.
Okay.
You notice a guest about to take a... I can't read that.
Take a seat above their station.
Right. Seat above their station. Merciful versus Rule. Merciful success. Cruel failure. Merciful wins. You point out the error before it occurs. +2 to geniality and tick to merciful.
Let's see who this was. It's Lady Mealwin of, where did it say she's from? Fully random. Look at that.
Those are strange lands.
From the Saxon shore. Look at that. Okay. Anything worth noting? Intrigue, hospitality? Nope. Her selfish 16. I don't think it was an accident. I think she's like, I belong up there. But like, no, that's okay. Oh, of course. Super polite about it, though.
I think Florence sees how it's going to go, and it's not how she thinks it is. So he's like, Pardon me, my lady, but I think your seat is here.
It's like the person in a traffic jam that doesn't know you're supposed to merge early, way before the construction. Oh, really? Oh, I must have misread that. Yeah.
Oh, is that so? Oh,
yeah.
my mistake.
That is worth 2 geniality plus so 6 total for you, right?
Yes.
3 this round, 6 total.
Yep.
Okay, and
3
then,
this round. 3.
That's right.
All right, that brings us to Virgil. It is Virgil's the final action of the feast.
Final Virgil turn ever. He dies after this. He just drops dead. His serving girl approaches him, and he just has a heart attack immediately.
You know how suspicious that would make Edrich?
Oh, I love.
Oh, the host passes by.
Virgil tries to do anything else, and then all of a sudden, Robert's right there.
Robert, come back, buddy.
This
What's
is always
up?
there.
The host comes by and speaks with you about a topic dear to your heart. Ooh, she's my strongest passion. The host, or your lord, if present, introduces you to an eligible lady that he thinks would make an ideal wife. I am already married, so that one is less interesting to me.
I don't have we almost thought your wife died, but she didn't. Right?
Wait a minute. I can get Florence hitched to someone who's not the Countess. I can start making some plays here.
What does it say?
If I'm married, I may recommend a fellow player knight. If you do, give this card to that player and get generous tick. That player must play this card next turn instead of drawing cards. Oh, but that's next. Okay, so that won't work out.
Yeah.
All right. Host passes by. I will keep that in my back pocket if I ever get that again. Because
I would say, I think you could still use it. It just becomes a thing that Florence has to make immediately, and he doesn't get the bonuses for it.
Correct. Oop. I don't know why I rolled Lance. I guess I'm impaling someone.
Robert!
He killed the Earl. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I am rolling my best passion, which is, to no one's surprise, it's honor.
What?
I cannot fail or fumble this, so I'm at least getting some geniality here. Hell yeah.
Lowest you can get. All right. Yeah. Okay, so that is what is the topic this year? Honor? Is that what that is?
Honor, for sure. I think it can even build off of that last conversation too, about like talking about preemptive strikes and like, you know, Virgil maintaining that it's like anything in war is acceptable for you to do so long as the enemy proves themselves to be willing to do such a thing as well. Many knights carry a sense of honor that leads them to believe that you cannot stoop to your enemy's level, whereas Virgil believes that honor means that you specifically are willing to meet an enemy on their terms. If they're willing to stab you in the back, then you should be willing to stab them in the back too. But the important element is that you never make the first. You never lower before they do.
There is no honor for the honorless.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, I will accept because of the last comment. Otherwise, it'd be like that's some scorpion shit. But I'm following you. The idea that, you know, if they present themselves with dishonorable action, then okay, because there's a difference between honor and chivalry. I will accept.
Yeah.
There's
and
weird things in 6th edition that would rail against that a bit, but I'm comfortable with it. I'm willing.
Here's the thing too. It's
like
not
Mike
so much
right
too that it's like, oh well, they show themselves that they don't have honor so that you don't have to treat them with honor. It's more of honoring them in a way is fighting them on the terms that they show themselves to be comfortable fighting. You know, it's like having respect for how they need to fight and being willing to fight them in that same way. You know what I mean? At least that's how Virgil flavors it.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. Did I give you your geniality or did I forget?
I don't remember. At 2? How many do I have?
He should have 8 at the moment, and I think he's got 7.
I have 7. Yeah, so I'm shy 1.
There you go. Fixed it. All right.
Cheers.
All right. So that is the end of the feast, and we're going to advance forward a little bit, and then we'll be having Yampa join in. So before we do,
do I affect Robert's honor score? Does it go up?
I'm not sure. We'll have to see.
If our lord doesn't have honor, then we have way different problems.
Sorry, Yampa, I want to get you in, but I need to take care of this kid first.
Yeah, he certainly understood what you were saying, so we will remember that narratively, and we'll see if it impacts the sheet as well. We've already professed that your character has some sway over that scenario. Okay, talking about situations right now. In the next couple weeks in early spring, you hear that there is an army gathering in Essex.
Ooh.
So these are riders from Silchester that let you know this. There is indeed a muster from Wessex in port, and it seems that several longships from the mainland have arrived in Wessex.
Yay.
In addition to that, as noted last year, Wells and the southern part of Summerland has been entirely conquered, leaving the northern part of Summerland. Not necessarily. It could have been worse. So, your effort certainly at least slowed them down. How much is a question mark.
Indeed.
And then there's rumors that Nanteleod is mustering, and that's kind of the situation right now. And there's a muster in Glevum.
Ooh, that's close.
So,
Sure, it has
I see
nothing
your
to do
eyebrows
with us.
dancing.
I'll take I'll take this from. Oh, hold on! I gotta get Yampa's sheet over here. Give me 1 sec. I have to do that. Something audio problems at the beginning of the game. Let me just bring you over. Sir Rune.
Room. So true.
There's Rain. There's Rune.
I wish I were a bus.
There we go, Rune. Make sure that goes over. Yep, did. Then I just need to quickly switch it permissions over here. Just bear with me 1 sec.
All good?
So fucked up that Yampa's character died off screen.
Right? Yampa, do you want to verify that you can see your sheet? It'll be at the very bottom there for you.
I can, yes.
Okay. Excellent. And I'm gonna move it because I don't like them forming at the bottom there. I'm gonna move it up to guess. Bear with me a sec. Close. Okay. Okay. All dealt with. So this will take place. Actually, we'll get some intrigue rolls from you all. If you critical, that's important. This is kind of rumors of war. I want all of you, including Yampa, to pick a target location on this map that you would like to focus this intrigue on. Where do you want to track rumors of war? Who was that? Who zoomed in on that one? Who did the ping on Glevum?
Oh, that was me.
Okay. Mark, is that you deciding? Because if so, go ahead and make your intrigue roll.
Yes. Was it intrigue or battle?
Intrigue. These are rumors of war.
He wants to know what's happening at Glevum. Odds of failure, never mind.
Okay. Well,
Get no idea.
that suits you. What you learn is that Nanteleod's keeping it very close to his chest. And he's dispatched a couple of riders, and it's uncertain where they're headed. A couple of his knights. He's dispatched many riders every night. Every king does in every scenario, but specifically some of his knights have been dispatched. All right, who's next?
I do, but I think I'll save myself for last, so go ahead.
I am worried about Cornwall. I'm less worried about Nanteleod. I'm suspicious 13, but I trust in his honor in this specific case. And we are going directly to war with Essex. I think I would like to direct my sight to Essex and learn more about their plans.
Okay.
Success.
Okay. Given that London's been conquered, it seems they want to continue to press into Silchester.
All right. Looks good. Not for them, but in general.
Potentially. We will go to Yampa. Do you have any area you're curious about?
I'm curious about the Saxons, but since I'm going to Salisbury, I guess I'll just
do intrigue there. Yep.
No.
My counter spy network is very effective. It seems.
yeah, that's a good answer actually. Yeah, mum's the word. They're kind of a little isolated right now. You know, they have a boy Earl, probably right around teenage years, and they have a famous knight who's a marshal. These were knights that were part of the Sword of Victory, which is something. Yeah, I was trying to think of how to be graceful with what Yampa has. Sword of Victory seems to be something tied to the late King Uther. Might be like kind of like the Swords of Nanteleod, perhaps. Unknown. Okay, and then lastly, you get Virgil.
Hi. Virgil is going to subvert some expectations, and I think he is going to look into what's going on with Silchester right now. How they are preparing for the coming string of battles and whether or not they're showing any interest in aiding us against a common enemy. Oh, right, I have to roll, don't I?
You do.
Critical intrigue!
Very good.
Okay, so tick
now
intrigue.
I get to decide what the answer is for the critical, right? I get to decide that it's a yes, they're going to help us.
You know everything.
Yeah. Here's what you know. So the primary forces under Ulfius are staying in around Staines and Windsor, staying closer to Berwick in defense of what's happening with Essex. You also receive news that they've talked to Sussex, and Sussex will not be raising an army in support of Wessex and Port this year.
Interesting.
Yeah. On top of that, UFO is to lead a small force into Levkemagus, which is an unwalled city. So it's not ordered to engage, but it's in order to protect the western flank right now. Uvo being Duke Ulfius's son. Yes.
Yeah. We know Ulfo.
Yeah, just for purposes of the audience.
Yeah.
So and Yampa.
Yeah.
So the last piece, because you criticaled, it seems that Duke Corneus is also calling for a muster way up in Lindsey this year. Did you catch that last piece, Liam?
I'm sorry, I was responding to someone in chat. What? Yes?
Your critical also produces that Duke Corneus is calling for a muster way up in Lindsey. You guys are kind of isolated from Lindsey due to Forest Sauvage and Nanteleod's land now.
I don't give a shit about that guy, but that's interesting.
Yeah. All right, so with all that in mind,
wait, Lindsey's a direct competitor. Sorry, Lindsey's a direct competitor to Nanteleod, right?
are allies.
They are now allied.
Fuck, that's bad for us.
Yeah.
I was almost excited for a second there.
Anything that kicks King Lot in the face is something I enjoy.
So with that in mind, we will pick up with a scene in Sarum. This is probably almost a month after Easter. The Marshal and the 3 player knights are here. You would have been summoned if you had returned home or done anything during that time frame. But what's important is you're back in Sarum for this. When you get here, there are 2 knights from Muscavelon present. And you're summoned to the small council. The knights from Muscavelon are Sir Rune, as we've discovered off screen. If you want to know anything about Rune, you can make a heraldry or a recognize roll.
I don't remember which one of them.
Success on recognize.
Okay.
Heraldry.
Success on heraldry.
Success on heraldry.
Okay, so for those who succeeded on heraldry, this is a new banneret in conquered mountain lands of Muscavelon. So lands that were like a little north of where you all went when you went on your feast crawl out into Estragales all those years ago. For Thomas, for succeeding at recognize, his name is Sir Rune ap Rhodri. Rhodri was a banneret of King Aurelius Ambrosius.
Oh,
I see. Noble bloodline.
what a dork.
And then we have the last bit here. We have the other knight who's present, Sir Elaine. So we don't need a recognize or heraldry roll from Florence or Edrich, but for Virgil might be useful. We can give you a +5 because he's been here in the recent years. Once, I think.
All right. Up.
Yep.
Success.
Yeah, definitely one of, given his heraldry, definitely one of Muscavelon's knights. And I think you'd recognize him as being someone who accompanied your brother, Florence, and Edrich. Was actually their tour guide through Estragales all those years ago when they went.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah. So Elaine, the scene will start with Elaine Elaine and Rune, and then from Salisbury we have Ellen, Robert, and the 3 of you. Gareth has been recalled to the Duplain castle.
That's right. That's where we're making our main defensive bulwark.
And then what was the other guy's name? Erwin. Erwin is up in Marlborough.
That's
right?
Yeah.
They swapped them basically.
I think did we put like the previous seneschal up there? Or did we put Erwin?
Oh, maybe you might have put the previous seneschal up there rather than Erwin. That sounds right. Mm-hmm. So okay, so Erwin is here then. So Erwin's the only NPC that's not. Okay, so we're gonna cut in real quick just to an aside because I didn't talk too much with Rune about this in character. So we'll do a ride with as Elaine and Rune kind of make their way into Sarum. You can see the giant fortified city ahead. It's an old Roman civitas, and it's clear that it was, if it had kept a populace, it might be considered like a rather significant, stronghold in Britain. But right now, it's more or less Salisbury is considered a vital Midland, but one that it's a hub, put it that way. It's a hub north, south, east to west, and they might be small, but they're mighty. That's kind of their reputation. So Elaine will look to you, Rune, and say, how much have you been told of the mission ahead?
Absolutely nothing, Sir Elaine.
Thought that might be the case. You'll have to forgive the king. He's keeping this one very close.
As he's want to do.
Oh no, you're going robot. Let's hope that fixes itself. It could be on my end.
No, I'm noticing it too. I heard what he said though.
Okay. Liam's going off too. You know what? We're gonna take a quick BRB and just see if it fixes itself. One sec.
I am a nobody, a bastard, and I will make sure that I will create no bastard by my name.
Because I, for better or for worse, whether I like it or not, I am no longer a maiden. I am a knight, and I hold true to that.
You protected more than that. You stood by me when others might have let my mistakes be all I really was. You helped me. You saved me. And I'm sorry I couldn't repay that favor 10 times over.
I find it offensive that they do not consider my father the clear and rightful heir.
So, Rain, as you make your way into the walled city of Sarum, you can see that it's definitely readied for war. You can tell almost immediately that their preparations are defensive at this point. You see a considerable garrison. You're led into the castle proper, where you eventually make your way into a small council room alongside Sir Elaine. You see the Lady Ellen, her picture's noted on the side, Earl Robert, and I'm sure you saw the three knights before: Florence, Edrich, and Virgil. Finally, there's one other guy who I don't have his picture readily available, but I will find him, named Sir Erwin, who you've never met. I'm going to say, because of that fumble, maybe you can just do... I'm not even going to give you a recognize roll. All these guys are famous knights. You're aware of all three of them. Why don't you test recognize to see if you recognize who Sir Erwin is? I think that's the only outlier out of this room that you would be not necessarily immediately able to put together. Oh, look at that ticket, and that's Sir Erwin. He is also a castellan here in Salisbury. Okay, so Sir Elaine, now Yampa, correct me if I'm wrong, but your character is known for their courtesies, yes or no?
Yeah, he's famously courteous.
Well, given that, then I think Elaine will step aside and let you do the introductions as you enter.
All right. Well, as he walks in, he's going to give a courtesy to all the knights and the ladies and the young arrow. He'll present. This is Sir Elaine of Escavalon. I myself am Sir Runa brother, Bernadette and Breconag. And it is a pleasure to meet all of you.
And likewise, Sir Runa Rhodri. We've not met, but your reputation precedes you. Good to see you again, Sir Elaine.
Sir Elaine nods to you. I assume the president... Does anyone want to add anything unique about... They're probably going to do the round of introductions. Is anyone having any noteworthy introductions beyond their name being called out?
Yeah, Sir Florence introduces himself and goes, I am Sir Florence of the Barony of Axe. It is a pleasure to meet you. One thing to note, Barony of Axe is not in Salisbury.
He's a famous baron of Cornwall. But he's originally from here.
It's odd for him to be here.
Yeah.
One could say that.
But you would also know that he is one of those, I almost forgot it again, Sword of Victory Knights as well.
Yeah, Sword of Victory. And he had served Uther in the past.
No, I thought Liam was about to say something, not sneeze.
Yeah, I thought that
sneeze.
Yeah. Okay. If not
anything that Virgil would say would be not appropriate for for this conversation.
So he's choosing not to. I'm just clarifying. If not, the Herald will speak the rest. So the Herald will do the introductions of the small council. We have our Marshal, Sir Edrich, the Castellan of Devices, Sir Virgil, Castellan of... I forget the name of his castle. Sir Erwin.
DePlain.
No.
Yeah, he's got something else.
I forget it. I'll go to the Salisbury map in a minute.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Let's travel over the Salisbury map, because we got someone who's not from Salisbury. It would be useful for them to see Salisbury at a little more micro level. And, it's good to visit these things every now and then.
I like how, because the recognize roll was only needed for Sir Owen, my spy network is just scrubbing signs of his existence from the minds of people who leave Salisbury.
Okay. That will take a second to load. While we're here, I'll quickly... Till's Head is where Erwin's from. You would have actually ridden through devices on your way in. So you're familiar with it, Yampa, as you came in. You would have come through up here, into devices, into Uphaven, and then down to Sarum. All right. Once the herald spoke Earl Robert's name and his mother, Lady Ellen's name, Earl Robert will be the one to present, and he says, "Welcome. I trust that you are here to speak on behalf of your king directly. He's confirming that you aren't simply guests passing through, that you are his heralds and diplomats in this case."
And that we are.
Excellent. And what news do we have from your king?
Well, what is it that you wish to know?
We hear that
You
your
have
king
come
musters.
as-
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, I don't need to do this as an NPC. Go ahead, Marshall.
Good.
Yeah.
If you have come as official spokespeople of your king, I am certain there are some news to share. For one, as the Earl has said, you muster quite closely, while we ourselves are on the eve of war.
That is so, yes.
May we ask your intention, Sir Rune and Rhodri?
I'm afraid I don't have that information myself. Perhaps Sir Elaine?
Sir Lane will nod and step forward. King Nanteleod marches for Wanborough. You know Wanborough as part of Marlborough County, specifically an unwalled city, just north of Marlborough.
Is that... So Marlborough's the one we have, right?
Yeah.
Not too much of an issue. They are paying us tribute, but they haven't asked us for help, have they? Add a character?
No. No, they have not. You imagine that this is not happened yet either, to be fair.
Indeed. I see. Rather odd place to direct one's conquest, considering the ubiquity of enemies. North, east, south, and west. But while Marlborough and the surrounding county does pay us tribute, we are not official allies in this case.
King Nanteleod intends to war with Saxons this year. Now, which Saxons depends on who is to draw blood or invade first.
Last time I remember, there were not many Saxons in Marlborough, no?
Indeed. But it is only Radican that stops, or that serves as a barrier between Marlborough and the Saxon shore. Furthermore,
And it's
it is only Salisbury that serves as a barrier between it and Wessex. You want to? Yeah, maybe you can say that.
that was exact. Yeah, you said it, but it came from Virgil's mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he nods.
Giving you and your king the benefit of the doubt, I assume you do not mean purely to war on Britons so you can get to Saxons when there is a more elegant route available for taking.
I believe my king has been just in his war making. Those who do not intend to pose a threat are rather mercifully left alone.
That is my understanding too, and that given of other spokespeople of the kingdom of Escavalon. I will say, though, that is an interesting qualifier you gave, Sir Elaine. Those who draw blood first.
Indeed. Well, King Cerdic has a strong claim to the High King seat, and thus serves as a direct enemy of the Cymry. We know that the other Saxon threats to the east have been rather effective with London.
Indeed so. I will say this also, he says, leaning forward. King Cerdic represents a political threat to your king, as well as a somewhat existential one for all Britons. And he is planning on invading this very year. The other Saxons, however, I cannot speak to, but I do know that they mean to push into our lands and north, furthermore, to capitalize on the shock of Londinians. A successful siege.
If Salisbury and Nanteleod were allies, an attack on us would be the same as an attack on him, would it not?
It would.
Indeed.
Out of curiosity, does your king often jump to the aid of his allies? Or does he find himself more focused in his conquest?
We've mustered to the aid of Cameliard against the Cadlus, north of Wales. And we've made promises.
Elaine looks to him like, yeah, you got it.
We've made promises and alliances. We fought the Saxons up north, along Duke. That dude that I definitely remember the name of,
Corneas.
or whatever.
Yeah.
He's hard to remember. Very rude.
A very sour type, but we rode to his aid. My king is a just king, and his word is law. He'll stay by it.
In that case, given that I am certain you have come here for specific reasons, the both of you, with the authority to speak for your king, an alliance, official or otherwise, is somewhat above my purview. And he will nod towards the Earl. But I will say this. If it is Saxons you wish to fight, we will certainly not stand in your way. Indeed, quite the opposite. For we plan, and we have mustered our defenses, for an invasion from Wessex, from port, and from ships from the mainland. A great and mighty fist of the Saxon forces is headed into Cymry lands, and we intend to meet it. Whosoever joins us will doubtless strike a great blow against the invading armies, and win a great victory in the hearts of the people, and the houses too.
There is a this is where Lady Ellen speaks up. She looks to Sir Rune and Sir Elaine and says, "Is it the case that your king offers us a formal alliance?"
I'm sure this could be arranged.
Out of curiosity, does he wish to see Salisbury kneel?
Much like Duke Corneas. At the moment, King Nanteleod's focus is bring in the enemies of our lands, seeing them out of our island. And then, once the council meets to vote on High Kingship, he will honor whatever is decided then.
So he plans to refrain from claiming high kingship until the council is ready to meet and declare one. Is that correct?
Indeed. I mean, it's rather obvious what we are moving to do, what our all goals are. But in the end, Nanteleod will honor the council's decision.
Even if he controls all of the land that they live on.
Yes.
You're either a bold-faced liar or you really believe in what you're saying. And I'm not sure which one I like better.
Virgil makes a
Smile
good
at that.
point. How are we expected to believe such a thing? Is he truly such a man of such divine virtues that he would happily allow the crown of high kingship to go to another, even if should he control so much of the continent?
I'm sure of it. I wish I were Sir Gwydir or Sir Cormac to paint his my king and higher graces. But I see him as a simple man of his word. A good king. And a good candidate for high kingship.
A good man is an important thing. And I admit, it is a tempting thing, particularly with so many invaders so close to Salisbury. But, considering that you are mustering quite nearby to the north, while it would be acceptable to speak of this with messages with the express permission to speak for the king, he is not far. Is that right? And if he is prepared already for war, what is haste in the grand scheme of things? If King Nanteleod were to come here and we were to discuss terms of alliance.
Well, that is why Sir Elaine and myself are here. If you'd wish to speak to King Nanteleod, I'm afraid you'd have to ride up north.
Perhaps a task for others, but one that can be arranged.
At this point, Earl Robert looks at the two from Escavalon and says, "You spoke of a high king. What about a king of Logres? What are your king's plans for the king of Logres? Does he intend to claim
Sir,
that title to himself?"
Same as the others. If I am to believe, one of my own brother's cousins, technically, holds lands in Logres, and he is expected to serve under the King of Logres whenever that comes about. Wherever that may be.
At this point, Sir Elaine steps forward and says, "The king is aware that the blood of Uther remains. He has full intention to seek said blood as the king of Logres."
I want to do some kind of intrigue check, because this is the first I've heard that he is seeking that out. I want to see if Sir Elaine is telling a falsehood.
Okay. He seems like he's telling the truth. I will add that is under the caveat of to his knowledge.
Yeah, exactly.
What he believes.
Yep.
Yeah. Because in Edric's mind, hey, if I were in the running to be High King, I'd be seeking the blood of the Pendragon too. Mostly to snuff it out. But to Virgil's expression of surprise, he will incline his head, nodding, and say, while rumors and tales of the last living Pendragon have spread, I myself have looked for some in the early days of his kidnapping. We have not managed to find him.
I remain skeptical myself. How are we to believe that this is in fact the true and not a pretender?
The only two people sworn to protect us.
Yeah, Virgil's not gonna say it, but he's like, "Didn't you guys get put on trial for helping that kid escape? Wasn't that whole thing?"
We were acquitted.
I'm sure I heard of that though.
I remember when the two of you came to Escavalon. I remember you rode for the king directly, and his son. You will recognize his features.
One can only hope.
He is kept safe as a ward for now, a squire.
There are precious few safe places within Britain at the moment.
This does serve as a problem.
Then perhaps I suggest this. Let us make one small corner of Logres somewhat safer. Let us root out invaders when we can. And though it gladdens our heart to know, should the blood of Pendragon persist, that Logres will remain a kingship within their line. And that King Nanteleod will respect the decision of the council.
Robert will say, Knights of Escavalon, if you could stand outside for the moment, the small council will meet on this.
He'll nod, and he'll go.
Okay. With that leaves the small council present. Robert says, I would like us to sit and discuss whether or not we send one of our most trusted diplomats forward to Wanborough to treat with Nanteleod on the matters of an alliance.
I am of the opinion that it would be a necessary thing one way or the other. Those men, as Virgil said, they are either the greatest liars or they are being lied to, or they have been told a great truth by a principled man. So long as Nanteleod does not bring their armies to bear against us, their weight can be brought to bear against our enemies, most of whom are Saxon, all of which are invaders.
He does bring them very close, though. Not far from Marlborough.
I see no situation in which an unprincipled man would leave the heir of Uther Pendragon alive when he holds claim to the throne. If he truly does know that the son of Uther is alive and knows down to where he is and that he is safe, then I'd say that is reason enough to trust that he is more than just a conqueror.
If he's telling the truth.
I will say this much. Of all of the threats that face Britain, Nanteleod is one of the largest in terms of power, but the one least likely to bring it to bear for warmongering means in my mind. This may change. This may even change with his death and inheritance. But I do believe, as you say, Earl Robert, we should send one of our diplomats up north to treat with them. I am no stranger to diplomacy myself. However, as Marshal, I am needed in preparation for the Wessex invasion.
Very well. We will discuss we will agree to the most trusted diplomat. Uh-oh. We're losing our peeps again, aren't we?
Oh yes, they're becoming blocky.
Okay. They're very temporary break. Once.
I am a nobody, a bastard, and I will make sure that I will create no bastard by name.
Because I, for better or for worse, whether I like it or not, I am no longer a maiden. I am a knight, and I hold true to that.
You protected more than that. You stood by me when others might have let my mistakes be all I really was. You helped me. You saved me. And I'm sorry I couldn't repay that favor 10 times over.
I find it offensive that they do not consider my father the clear and rightful heir.
We're back, friends. Welcome. Thanks for sticking around through Discord hating us. We had just had a conversation. So the diplomat, the Earl says, the diplomat that will be trusted will, of course, be agreed to as well. What I would like us to agree to now is whether or not to send that diplomat forward to discuss an alliance with Nanteleod. If we are not to ally, we remain... But he looks to Virgil. I think Virgil's words stuck with him. Obviously. It's turned into a Virgil fanboy as of late.
My B.
And he says...
Look, everyone in the chat's a Virgil fanboy. Let's be clear here.
I'm Virgil's third biggest fan. The second biggest fan is Robert. The first biggest fan is Virgil himself.
I think Virgil sits there relatively quiet for a little bit, and once he realizes that everybody's looking at him for a moment, I think he kind of leans forward and he goes, I think we should make them an offer. support us against Wessex, and then together move on Cornwall. If they're able to do either as allies and not as conquerors, then they'll have an ally for life. If they prove to be anything less than what they say, then we'll know Nanteleod's true colors.
Nanteleod will want to war on Idris, though whether he wants to do it immediately or even soon is its own matter. I do think it could be a talking point, for indeed it is another enemy that surrounds us. That said, and he nods towards Sir Florence, we don't want to make things difficult in terms of conversation. Would you feel more comfortable if you left the room?
Oh shit! Yeah, you know what? I think if I had remembered that Mark was that, Virgil probably wouldn't have said that bit out loud.
Lawrence just kind of shrugs. You make it seem like I'm unaware of this.
Indeed. With all of us with this understanding, I feel it may be presumptuous to make a demand. A request, as you say, is a good one. That said, my ideal is we get everything we want without swearing any oath. That said, an alliance is not a bad outcome.
It is not unlikely that he won't ask Salisbury to kneel.
At that point, neighboring region. Let's see. I just want to see what happened. Oh, that answers that. At that point, Yampa, you see a knight coming in. He's being ushered in to the room. You see 2 arrows still sticking out of the back of his armor.
I've been there.
He give me a heraldry roll. He has a banner with him, though he has his own personal colors. He also has the Duchy of Silchester as his overlord, much like the King of Nanteleod is your overlord. And he's kind of, if you don't intercept him, Elaine won't intercept him, but he's going to be ushered in by, this is Sir Bar, by the way, for you guys, ushered in by some household knights of Sarum, pass you into the small council.
I don't see a reason to stop him.
Okay. He looks like he's in a lot of pain. He's like limping. He needs the help of these men to even like get here. All of a sudden, the door swings open for those in the small council, and you see this knight who you're not familiar with, but he has on his lapel the colors of Silchester.
What's the meaning of... Oh, never mind. Speak, soldier.
I come from the ruins of Winchester, just west of Duplain, just east of Duplain. Ah, fuck. I'm losing Liam again.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm losing both of them. We'll keep going without the 2, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it comes back pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's just when it happens, yeah.
Yeah.
Then Silchester is under attack.
What we know is that they march for Levcomagis. As you know, Levcomagis is with minimal walls. We do think that they will use it as an access point to Sarum. Duke Ulfius has given me his blessing to, or not Duke Ulfius, Sir Ufo has given me right to come here. I was ambushed along the way.
That is a fair understanding. Whether faint or true goal, they cannot be allowed to have Levcromagus. See this man to a churgeon, and I will muster the troops that remain here. I shall go to the plain, and from there we shall aid our Silchester brothers.
Okay. We will see if Yampa's quality comes back here in this next second, because I would like this part to be discussed.
Oh, it's back.
All right, perfect.
Came in nice and sharp.
Lady Ellen will say, would it be wise, given what's taking place then, to at least let our Knights of Nanteleod be aware of this, be made aware of King Cerdic's moves?
I have no issue. In fact, I believe it is wise to let them know.
They will not be readied in time, Sir Erwin says. And then Robert says, I'm not certain it would be wise to march out and meet them in Levcromagus.
Levcromagus is unwalled, and it would be relatively easy to take and relatively hard to hold. However, at the moment, their attentions are diverted. I believe that they are holding a significant portion of their forces in reserve to strike when we go to investigate, but that's something that can be mitigated perhaps by good strategy.
Okay.
However, you are my Earl, and I shall defer to your judgment.
He looks over to Virgil.
Let me make a battle check.
Indeed. And if I could, I would also like to make one, because I'm pretty sure I'm right.
That is a success on battle.
And what are you looking for specifically there?
I would like to know, tactically, meeting them in Levcromagus is probably not the best idea, especially considering it's probably it does this appear to be a feint, or is this a real, like,
that part?
You know,
that part I think is hard to say. What is clear and kind of what wasn't considered, everyone assumed that they would march through Duplain. If they march through Levcromagus, they're probably looking at a much smaller force in an unwalled city and an easy access route on a main road right to Sarum directly. Marching right through Cholderton and Winterbourne, Gunna, and Idmiston along the way. It would give them an open season without having to siege a direct castle that blocks the way. Like, they wouldn't have the forces of Duplain to block them. They would have Levcromagus. Now, you're not certain exactly how much forces is in Levcromagus. What you know is that Nanteleod has no way of knowing this in time, especially if they've already passed Winchester. So, safe to say that the risk is marching out to Levcromagus. If a full force is there, you could be beaten back, and then there'd be even less forces to defend Sarum and Salisbury. On top of that, though, the risk of staying in Sarum and holding up and walling up here is you might be stuck in a counter siege.
Right. Well, the way that I see it, I don't think there's much chance. Oh, am I still heard?
Bit
We still
robot,
hear you,
but we
but
can
robot.
understand you.
I don't have any downs or anything going on. I think the way I see it, the Virgil sees it, is there's no chance we are going to be able to take Levcromagus or hold Levcromagus, even if it's a relatively small force. That being said, I think Virgil For what he knows about the West Saxons, that sounds like their avenue. So I think what he's actually going to do is... What about an ambush?
Okay.
I am a nobody, a bastard, and I will make sure that I will create no bastard by my name.
Because I, for better or for worse, whether I like it or not, I am no longer a maiden. I am a knight, and I hold true to that.
You protected more than that. You stood by me when others might have let my mistakes be all I really was. You helped me. You saved me. And I'm sorry I couldn't repay that favor 10 times over.
I find it offensive that they do not consider my father the clear and rightful heir.
So at the end of Virgil's sort of comments about Lev Comagus, Thomas, we're going to save your battle roll because we might need to use that as an ad lib. The knights Yampa, Rune, and Elaine are called back in. And you see as you're called back in, the knight who's wounded is being ushered out under the care of the household knights. They look like they're probably taking him to be looked after and get his wounds dealt with.
The Knights. We have received word that Lev Cremagus of Silchester is currently under attack by the forces of the West Saxons. They likely intend to use it as a staging ground, or perhaps a place to trap our forces, and thus allow more entry points into our lands. The offense has begun in earnest. It is unlikely that word can get back to your king in time to prevent, but it can come back in time to aid, I believe.
Salisbury has a quality of knights unlike anywhere else in Logres. Will hold.
Earl Robert says, probably rashly. Hold on, let me just check something.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, little guy. You go. I'm so proud of you.
I like how the main leading council is just full of insane, like, because I'm not too reckless, but I am energetic 20s, so I'm insane in that respect.
Oh, he's not too bad. Well, this might change how he does it. We'll see.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He says, Sirs of Escavalon, I would like to send a diplomat north with you to Wanborough, at which a call for a potential alliance and support in Levcamagus will be asked for. But our stipulations must be settled, or we will structure this war ourselves with our forces, and we will defend. We will survive.
Edrich nods, very proud of his Earl.
Give me an
We're
intrigue.
going to look at-
Yeah, give me an intrigue roll. You're looking at Elaine. Is that what you're gonna do?
Yeah, he's looking at Elaine and he's looking at all of the other knights around. I feel like for him, it's like, I think it's almost best if y'all bend the knee right now, but he's not saying anything.
Oh, if you did, it would be way different.
Intrigue.
Okay.
What is it with my fumbles on intrigue?
Yeah.
I have a great
Say that.
spy network. I have a great house of spy network.
I have a massive headache. I don't like
Yeah.
this place.
You're kind of. I think that's it. You're just caught off guard. You're surprised that they're not already jumping towards this alliance, right? From your eyes, it's a very sound offer, and there's not much in the way of counter offers. Sir Elaine
We're badass.
will nod and say, "I will remain behind in support of Salisbury. So, Rune, if you could please accompany the diplomat north."
Very well.
Good to have you, Elaine. I look forward to showing you exactly what Nanteleod aims to gain from this alliance.
He nods. I'm gonna take a quick aside out of character. Who do you all decide to send? Do we have someone easy, or do we need to do a big long council conversation here? Who's your trusted diplomat?
Virgil.
I mean, of all of us, my diplomacy is 12. I think Florence is higher.
Florence's
However,
diplomacy is 17.
Can be
We are
an
not
NPC if
letting-
you trust an NPC
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
We are
Indeed.
not letting Florence go.
I think
I'll discuss this alliance. Oh, sorry, alliance fell through.
I
Yeah,
will
but
say,
let's
for
go through.
obvious
Exactly.
reasons, out of character, whoever you send, it needs to be available probably for Friday, or else you're gonna miss that
Yeah.
conversation anyways.
Yeah. I will say, if it's an NPC, I'm kind of thinking maybe Lady Violet.
Ooh, that's a good choice.
Yeah,
Okay.
Lady
She's
Violet's
got-
probably our best.
She's gotten in with Silchester too.
Yep.
Indeed.
Hmm.
She knows the game. She's good at diplomacy, and well trusted, despite her husband being a sire-slaying cur.
Whoa.
He's
Whoa.
actually kind of a nice dude. I don't know why you're so
Yeah.
mad at him.
He's a very nice guy, don't get me wrong, and that happened 20 years ago, but I'm still mad.
You would recognize Lady Violet's name because her, you might even give me a recognize roll. If you fail, you'll recognize her husband. If you succeed, you recognize her because she's not so low on the glory pool herself. Like she's probably like 4,000 or 5,000. So, okay, yeah, you recognize her. She's been a diplomat across Logres for quite some time. She's about these knights' age. So, what are you guys? 41, 42, somewhere in there. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm 41.
Okay.
Florence is also 41.
We're so old, you guys.
Okay.
Hey, I read your thoughts now. You fumbled twice in my land.
Okay, so I think with that, Yampa, we'll go ahead and release you to get some actual sleep at a decent time because I think it's only midnight there. Thank you very much for playing, and we'll have you back with the crew in Wanborough.
No time flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so nice to have you, Yampa.
Yeah, it was.
Good to have you.
Awesome, guys. Yo, take it easy. Have fun.
Yeah, take care.
Farewell.
Have a good night.
Just want to say I'm the coolest because I know all these people before they guest star. Just saying.
Indeed.
I met him too. Well, I didn't meet his character.
Okay, so we went to the other screen, and then I'm going to try and switch over our cameras gracefully, which probably won't work, but I'm going to try anyways. But in the interim, I just want to ask you guys, is there anything in particular that you guys would like to figure out right now? Given
the biggest. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page there.
Yeah. The biggest concern at the moment is what's happening in Lev Chromagus, and also the possibility that if we put all of our forces towards there, they're going to attack from another direction. I think what I'd like to do, if I could I turn my network of counter spies into like a passive network of scouts? Or is that just out of their wheelhouse?
You could. You just risk them being outside of their wheelhouse, so to speak.
Yeah.
So long as I can have like a network of scouts telling me if anything is like happening, because he was ambushed on the way back from Lev Chromagus to Sarum. So they've clearly set up lines of if anyone tries to escape, kill them dead.
Yeah.
We should be expecting ambushes on the way in and around, and maybe other forces elsewhere.
The risk, just to play this out, and we might just go ahead and close because I think we're still hitting the connection issues. Damn you, Discord! Damn you! Shout out to Discord for always failing me when it needs to. The real risk with not going out to fight in Lev Chromagus preemptively is that gives them, assuming they're successful there, that gives them free reign to basically siege and pillage and we're talking home this time. Like Idmiston and Durnford are definitely in that path to especially Idmiston, but if you notice the road crosses right next to Durnford as well, so they can ravage lands on the way down, and they will target Sarum for sure.
Yeah, we need to help Lev Chromagus. I think like we're all decided relatively on that, and if we don't, we need to split our forces, Duplain and like Childerton. So
I think we definitely. If we go to secure Lev Chromagus, we have to secure Duplain.
Yeah,
Duplain
we can't overextend all our forces. We need at least some people there to hold it, in case they have other people, which they fully do. We heard how many people were coming to their side, so we can't leave Duplain undefended. That said, that's where the majority of our men are, as mentioned earlier. So we could probably take some.
I think we take some. We could take Logres, and then we could basically return back. Because as soon as we take Logres, their main force is going to try and take the plain.
Yeah, and in much the same way, as soon as word gets to Silchester, they're probably going to take some of their men from their northeastern borders and send them down to reinforce. Once that happens, it might be a mess, but they'll have things in hand.
Now, if you march to Levcomagus and they've already defeated Silchester, whatever forces are there, what action do you see from that point?
It's an unwalled city, and it's unlikely they've set up fortifications, but they'd probably still have an advantage based off their style of warfare. It wouldn't be impossible to take them. It would be impossible to hold on to it if we had to siege it, rather than just rescue it. Based on the critical that Liam took, is there... what's the likelihood of them holding out?
You're not exactly sure how far they've marched since this person arrived. Given the put it this way, given Liam's critical, and I'll give this to Virgil directly. Virgil, you know that if this person is coming from Winchester, and has rode to Levcomagus and is coming down from Levcomagus because he claims that UFO gave him right to come here, then that would mean they're probably already sieging Levcomagus right now, if that's their intention.
How early can we get there?
You would have to effectively you've mobilized for a while, so you'd have to release your probably your forces from just Sarum at this point, unless you were to free up Duplain, and do a hard march there.
Yeah.
I think that's... If Silchester holds Levcomagus, then you're good. But if they don't hold Levcomagus, then you're in a bind.
Yeah. If they don't hold Levcomagus, here's what I'm thinking the worst case scenario is. We go there, face a number of ambushes, we get to Levcomagus, it's already taken, we have to make a fighting retreat past hostile territory, while at the same time, they've sent people to attack from directions we didn't expect, like maybe going through the Harewood into Broughton. Best case scenario, we get there in time, they've held, we save them, and they get reinforced enough for us to move through Silchester back into Sarum. They do have ambushes ready. However, we know the land better. However, they know ambushes better.
What if we did an ambush of our own?
And what would that look like?
Well, I think if they do take Levcomagus, which they probably already will have by the time we even get there, they'll need to move through Shoot Forest, right?
Indeed.
Potentially.
They take the main road.
If they take the main road, which if presumably they'd have to with the force of their size.
On the grounds that they do march towards Sarum.
Yeah, on the grounds that they do march towards Sarum.
Because otherwise they'd be marching into Silchester to...
Sounds like we really need scouts, honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
We just don't have enough information.
Okay.
We need to... Do
you want to send...
The most important thing... Oh yeah, you go.
Do you want to send some advanced scouts?
Yes.
Urgently?
I think we should march in that direction, sending the advanced scouts ahead of us, so the time between us getting the information and us actually getting in there is as small as possible.
Yeah.
So we'll probably head to Cholderton.
Yeah, I'd take a stage at Cholderton or
Okay.
muster at Shoulderton.
Because we've been prepared for action for a while. We've just been waiting for something to react to, and this is that.
Okay.
I
I
think
think we
as
should
soon
also see some of our castles on the north side prepare to march north, south, rather.
Yeah. Messages can be sent because we've already mostly reinforced the east and the south. I think that's still a good idea. We could maybe take some people from. Now, if I were Port, I'd be going through the south.
I will add this: the stage at Cholderton. Cholderton is a manor. It is a fortified manor, but holding an army as a garrison, as a siege or a counter siege. Not an army. You have a manor with a garrison.
Meeting on the field of battle.
Yeah,
It's a staging ground, not a
Yeah.
it's a staging ground, not a defense spot.
Indeed. We're not planning on holding that area. We're planning on going there because that's just before the forest. And if we get the word from the scouts that things are good or even in dire straits, we move in as fast as possible.
But if Love Kamagas has fallen, there's not much we can do but wait for either the armies to meet us or see if they retreat.
Yeah. With that in mind, I would like to turn my counter spies into a somewhat network of scouts, if possible.
Yep. So what I will do is, I had a really good mechanic in my mind pop up for this, and then it just slipped what the outcome of this was. Okay, to ready the muster, that's what this is. I'm going to give you a battle test. The difficulty for this one's going to be a little bit higher. It's going to be a 15. If you fail, the muster's still going to muster. It's just going to be longer. Pulling the muster, organizing the garrison into an army swiftly to march is a feat. So this goes to the marshal's command now. Your target is 15. A failure is not a failure. That was to be expected.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I think I would like to activate a passion loyalty lord here.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Let's do it.
We got to make sure Robert's got his fucking back up.
Okay, so that is a +5. I think it's still unlikely, but we'll do our best. 13, bugger. I was close. Oh no, we're not streaming. I can't beg for an advantage.
Yeah, and we should be streaming. But I don't.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna let this one flow through.
We're live.
Yeah. I'll give people 1 minute if they want to slip this in. Once I roll this, though, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But this can't be from our other players in this case. You're all involved.
Yeah, we're all involved in this.
Sorry, that is an assumption.
I had my finger over the button. I wasn't gonna do it, but
the question is Florence involved? Not for the purposes of this roll, but is Florence involved?
That's a good question. That's a question for you guys. How involved is Florence allowed to be? Because he wants to be involved. He wants to help the action.
Incredibly involved. Because and the argument I'm going to make to any detractors is Idmiston is right there, and also we need all of the talented hands we can get.
All right, you got your
with the
advantage.
I hope I do not dishonor you. Let's go. 14.
That's a slap in the face right there.
That's an insult.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you used your upgrade?
We don't do those anymore, right?
Correct. You can't on the same roll. Also, you can't do both. So.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Trent. I let you down.
Roll a d4, Thomas, and then we're gonna add 3 to that, and there's the number of days it will take for the army to be ready to march.
Out of curiosity, you should have let. Out of curiosity, you should have let Virgil do it.
Well, Virgil's not the marshal. We determined the marshal.
Yeah, you're not the marshal.
Paid a lot of money to not be a marshal.
Paid a lot of money for you to be getting a 13 on your roll here, amigo.
I have a battle of 21. I just rolled a 7 and an 8. All right. So 1d4 plus 3.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, now I roll big.
Okay. So the forces are going to need some time. Those scouts are going to get there. Where do you guys want to be? Are you going to stay with the army then? I suppose Edrich has to. Is anyone going out with the scouts?
Florence is he's same with the army.
Virgil?
He's not a scout.
My horsemanship is not that good, I don't think. 15.
Okay.
You know what? Is there a glory bonus to doing so? Oh no, nearsighted. No, he's not a scout. He's not a scout. No, absolutely not.
Nearsighted. I forgot you had that. Okay.
This is old depth perception McGee. He's our scout.
You do have an information network, Thomas. I will give you an intrigue roll. I mean, this is your martial moment, so that's why you're getting a lot of the rolls right now. Give me.
I know, it is why I'm so sad I'm failing.
Yeah. Give me a battle roll and an intrigue roll. You want to get over 10 on these.
Okay. Right. Let's do this. Motherfuck.
Okay.
That's
Hey.
Okay. You your scouts, the actual formal scouts from Sarum don't return. The information network that you converted into scouts do. And they say that Lev Kamagus must have fallen because the Saxons are already marching through Shoot Forest right now.
Well, then we have to do our best anyway.
Where will you choose this conflict? Will you march out to meet them, or will you abandon the? Will you abandon the Bourne River manors?
Even if I were willing to, 4 of the people on the small council are like on the Bourne River, and Durnford is right there. I don't want to get Julius Caesared. We are protecting the Bourne River and meeting them on the field.
It would a quick way to be dethroned by the Bourne Confederacy.
Exactly.
Okay. This battle will be at the Bourne Crossing.
Indeed.
Ooh.
Now the question is,
Not far from Idmiston.
yeah, you'll not be there in time to protect Childerton.
That's rough.
I think
Oh, Sir Owen.
I think Erwin will take his knights, and this might be the last time we see Erwin, and it's definitely that vibe. So he looks to all of you. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I actually talk to him before he leaves?
Yes. Yep. You see him getting ready to go. Yeah, no, you see him getting ready to go.
I know we're watching time, but
No, you're
I
good.
think Virgil makes his way over to him as he's packing, and he goes, "You're committed to this."
It is my familial home. My father's and my grandfather's before him.
I can understand that. The manor that I have, it's not meant to be mine. I watch it for my nephew. Someday I'll have to let it go. Build a new home in Devices. I'm not looking forward to that day. But I am looking forward to seeing my nephew grow up into a fine knight once he's there. Durnford, I mean.
I understand. I have children of my own.
I want you to know that I have a great deal of respect for what you're choosing to do. But I also think that sometimes our lot in life as knights is to sacrifice. The memory of a place that once was won't linger. Something new can be built on ashes. The land doesn't change, not really.
All
if
right.
you want to go...
Go ahead. Sorry, keep going.
If you want to go, go. But every man that you lose out there, yourself included, it might mean that that land stays in Saxon hands someday, instead of being reclaimed so it could be rebuilt into something new. Personally, I'd rather that land stay yours.
Give me an honest test. Okay.
That's a success.
Make an orate roll +5.
Oh, I just upgraded that. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's a critical,
Very
baby.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
With a crit, I won't even
You
make him
are
test.
doing well.
I think you just saved Erwin, at the very least from being ransomed. At very best, from dying.
MP Virgil once again, everybody. MPV.
Yeah, I'm like MP, like you're a military police or a minister of parliament.
No, I am most valuable Virgil. Oh shit! Wait,
MVV.
MVV.
I have dyslexia,
MVV.
everybody. By the way,
Yeah.
most Virgil player. Hell
Most-
yeah.
most Virgil. You are the most Virgil player. So
That was very, very good.
I can do one thing on this show. I can't always roll well. I can't always fight well. I can give some monologues, though. Hell, can I give some monologues?
okay, so the battle will be fought at the crossing. Now I'm gonna check in with you guys because I think we're at a crossroads, and we know that right now all of a sudden Liam's connection's stable, but it is 2 hours into running.
Considering we had an early start, I'm down with continuing. It's only 4 p.m. over in Australia land.
Yeah, it's pretty early over here too. I'm good to continue. I might want to get myself a snack.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
We
But
will.
other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, even though we had all those weird minor breaks, we're gonna do a 5-minuter because this would be our normal time for a break, and then we'll continue with the war because I needed to do a couple things anyways. So we'll be back in 5 minutes, and we'll talk to you all soon.
I am a nobody, a bastard, and I will make sure that I will create no bastard by my name.
Because I, for better or for worse, whether I like it or not, I am no longer a maiden. I am a knight, and I hold true to that.
You protected more than that. You stood by me when others might have let my mistakes be all I really was. You helped me. You saved me. And I'm sorry I couldn't repay that favor 10 times over.
I find it offensive that they do not consider my father the clear and rightful heir.
Guards! Knights! Squires! Prepare for battle!
Hello, all. Welcome in, Raiders. Good to see y'all. Holy crap. Yeah, welcome in.
Hi, everybody.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of you.
Yes, there is indeed. We're midway through what will be a pretty major conflict for the county of Salisbury as the West Saxons now march down from Lev Cabagis towards Sarum. And
We are just about to do a battle, actually. So,
should
good job,
be
people.
should be a good time. Everything should be fine. There's nothing to worry about. All is well. Hold on.
I enjoy myself unless a single archer or javelineer takes the field.
There won't be any of those.
No, of
much
course
appreciated.
not.
Who is the Raider Canadian? Who is it? Let me see. Darling Creepshow. Okay. Just gonna put a shout out here. Hey, thanks very much, friends. All right, let's dive in.
Let's do some violence.
Let's do some violence.
Woo!
All right. And we'll go with this. We need a little bit of...
We'll cry them a river. The Bourne River.
The Bourne River.
All right,
It's
friends.
got to be the Gore River. There's something.
Yes.
There's something there.
I think this feels like a last stand, probably to everyone who's here, because not only are you dealing with the full strength of Wessex and Port, but you only are able to mobilize so much, mostly from Sarum, and you've already moved. The good news is you've moved most of your forces from elsewhere to the east and south borders, but you're only able to do so much more maneuvering in that time. So who's here? You are significantly outmatched, and you can tell that as you see the smoke of Childerton in the distance, and you see the waves of the Saxon armies marching your way. The flag of the red dragon and the banners of the dragon of King Cerdic of Wessex, last living son of Vortigern and Tyrannus. With that, friends, we will start our battle system, and I believe it's been a while, but I believe that begins with a battle roll. Actually, it believes with a... Oh yeah, go ahead. Let's do a little bit of narrative on this. Let's spice this up. We need our Helm's Deep moment, right? Where y'all are watching this.
Sure, yeah. Virgil Virgil has been grinning ear to ear all day. The atmosphere might be dire for everyone, but Virgil is clearly vibrating with excitement.
All right, men. We make this stand here for our homes and for all of Salisbury. And for once in our fights with the Saxons, we have the advantage on terrain. We stand for the men, the women, and the children of Logres. And so long as we hold, they will break against our bulwark.
Show them blood.
Well, that Florence would take his spear and point it forward and say, "For old Rhodri, for old Robert, yeah."
It'd be great if you got it wrong.
Robert.
That'd be great. Like for Florence is like whichever Earl we have again. I've
Whoever
seen so
it is at
many
the
come
moment.
and go. Whatever the young one's name is, that one.
Indeed.
I love it.
The one who spilt his wine on my shoes. But yeah, Edrich was hoping to have 3 times the men in a way better situation, but this is different.
You see,
All
both.
our lives people have questioned Salisbury's strength. Let's show them what Knights of our caliber are made of.
Hoorah!
All right. With that, we will get a general's roll. I'm assuming the general is Edrich.
That is me.
Now, Edrich, don't
I know.
this one up.
I know,
Don't
my
fuck
man.
it up.
Indeed, for the first round of the battle, I would like to impassion myself with the love of family. Would that apply to the general role?
If you impassion for the general roll, it will not apply to the rest of the round.
I still think it might be important. What do you guys think?
Actually, I stand corrected. Yes, for this whole phase.
The first round, right?
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
first round only. Yeah.
First phase.
Yeah.
I would like to impassion myself with my love of family. For indeed, I fight so that they might live and that I can see them again. What? So, general role. Battle?
Yep.
That is a crit. Rolled an 18.
That's what
Okay.
we needed.
One sec. I'm just doing the counter roll.
All good. Oh!
Oh, thanks very much for the follow, friends. So
Yeah,
close,
thank you
the
very much.
300 mark. Thanks for being here for this journey. All right, so you have the success there. So we determine the army advantage. You have the advantage right now. You're defending a very, very narrow crossing against a much, much larger force.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Like I said, we have terrain advantage for the first time in a while against these guys, so we're going to make use of it.
Okay. Now we announce the intensity of the battle, and so this is where each of you gets to. Actually, I determine the intensity. That's right. Intensity for this one is gonna be probably just a little bit higher. Like, even though you're not surrounded, the sheer force of the men marching forward is significant. So you narrow it from being an overwhelming scenario through your activities, through your strategies. But there's still a sea of men marching your way. With that, we will go ahead and put it at a 12 for now because they have not broken through.
Okay.
Yep. The encounter options for this round will simply be Wessex Saxon warriors. There isn't really much in the way of alternates. The Gwesi cavalrymen are not cited here.
Well, that's good and bad.
So with that, the only option is the Wessex Saxons. You all get to declare your engagement. What I'm looking for here is, with a success, just a note, you're going to be able to hold them at a stalemate, which is really good. There isn't really a true winning phase unless you're somehow pushing into them, right? So stalemate's what you hope for. In that case, you can decide whether you're staying in the reserves, which is almost entirely out of the combat, whether you're disengaged, you're engaged, or you're heavily engaged.
I think for the first, Edrich, despite being martial, he will be engaged. Not heavily engaged, because if I die, things get bad.
So Edrich engaged.
Heavily engaged for Virgil.
You're right in the front lines then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
And
so
Florence is
jealous.
Hey,
engaged.
thank you very much, friend. Thanks for the
I'm
subs.
so jealous of
Awesome.
you, Virgil. I want to die in a war.
I'm so glad every time that people rate us, it's usually when we're like doing our taxes in game and other stuff. You guys are actually getting a battle.
Yeah, that they're here for a climax.
And then Florence. Where are you engaged?
He is engaged. He's probably fighting alongside or nearby Edrich,
Yep.
if not leading his own squadron.
Okay, we will start then with Virgil. So Virgil, let me move over to a screen where I actually have your tokens available, so I can click on stuff and show people, just in, just to make sure we cover off y'all and got y'all here. So here's Virgil. Virgil, you are heavily engaged. When you are ready, let me just make sure that's the case. Yep. Now we set the encounter. So. We get all the players now to roll on the battle table, but we're going to do it one at a time just so we kind of get familiar again with it. We'll start with Virgil. You're going to make a battle roll on the table. When you're ready, give me your battle test.
May I impassion with honor, sir?
Yes, you may. Just remember that once you use it, it's gone for this whole battle.
For the whole fight. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm burning it in the first round. We need an early advantage, and we've so far I want to press that. We've got a little bit of an advantage right now. So
Understood.
okay, so that's a plus 10 to my battle, which is 15. How did that happen?
You rolled a 5.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that makes
Nah.
sense. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, that could have been better, certainly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could have been worse.
10's not bad. Hey, thank you very much for the gifted subs. That's awesome.
Yeah, everybody's
That's very
being
kind of you all.
I like these raiders. They're so nice.
Thank you so much, Canadian ancient gamer.
Yeah, unlike the raiders that are currently invading Salisbury, these ones are super.
Yeah.
super
Those ones
friendly.
are
Nice
yeah.
raiders.
These guys are dicks. The ones
Yeah.
in the stream are nice.
I would swap every Saxon for one of these Twitch streamers.
Okay, so we set the default encounter. We roll on your battle. We've determined. Oh, I need to set your default encounters. You roll a 10 though, right? So
Right.
with a 10, you're heavily engaged. So you're always getting a bit more of a chance at heroic opportunity here, which is good. So let's see. Quickly looking at this, Virgil, you watch as the front lines begin to cave a bit. You watch as a couple of the knights go down, and you have the opportunity to step forward and fight one of the... I'm going to choose the better of 3 rolls as your opponent, and this would be who you have the opportunity to fight against.
Let's fucking go.
A guy named Hangus, a guy named Edgith,
Edgith.
and Kaolin. See, sword 11, battle axe 13. We're gonna go with Hangus, named after a great and terrible Saxon, depending on what side you're on.
He hates Britons.
Yeah, he sure does, and he has a battle axe, and he's not bad at it, and he has the ability to impassion, which he will because you are, and this is a heroic opportunity. So
Let's go. Do I get charge bonus?
no, not in this case. You are holding defenses, so you probably aren't even on horse right now. This is footman to footman.
Alright.
You can
Let's
choose
go
to
then.
be. It's just picture yourself on effectively on
No.
a
I get that.
crossway.
The horses-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the horses have to move if you're standing in place. You don't really want the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's go then. I am rolling my sword. That is a critical sword.
I'm going to shout out this Canadian ancient gamer for all the awesomeness. Thank you very much. All right, so critical sword is a really good scenario. All he can hope to do is match you, which he does not. So you may give me your damage.
That's right. I hit as hard as a horse now.
No, with that roll you don't.
Ironically-
Yeah, you don't need a horse.
Indeed. Ironically, if he hadn't impassioned himself, he might have gotten a crit.
He would have
Yeah,
gotten a crit. if
you're
he
not
hadn't.
wrong. That's
Oh,
hilarious. He still would have undercrit you.
Yeah.
Okay, so 24 damage is good. It's not likely to drop him with his size 17 and con 18. So he will be around another round. So, or not another round, but we're gonna flow through that in a second here. So,
Bastards!
What?
Curs, come at me! I'll kill you all! I'll kill you all!
so Hengist will remain around. What we're gonna do is just give you 15 glory for that heroic opportunity. You did step up. You did step into place for the fallen knight beside you. It's just one of the random many Knights of Salisbury that are probably to die in this battle. You step in and you cut deeply into the very large Saxon, who just looks back at you, is bulky and rugged looking, almost as wide as he is tall, and he smiles at you, grins ear to ear. You can tell you're fighting like the Saxon version of Virgil right now. So
The ultimate showdown.
yeah, it's Virgil versus Virgil with or something like that. So all right. All right, so that brings us to next person in. We're gonna go to Florence next. We'll leave the Marshal for last because it makes a lot of sense. Actually,
Right.
yeah, we'll do that. We'll do it that way this time. When you're ready, you can make your battle test.
All right, battle test. No bonuses.
Not unless you're impassioned.
Nope.
Okay.
1. Success.
1. Okay, so a 1, and you're engaged. Yes, that's where you're at.
Yeah, engaged.
Okay, 1 is still a success though, so that's good. Hold on one sec. Find it. Okay, you have an encounter. Sexper is his name.
Protect yourself.
You are fighting. Let's see. He is wielding a sword. Moving your way. Now you are engaged, so again, you're on this bridge. You're not really in a good position to ride a horse. You can. There may be consequences. I won't explain what those are at this point. Right.
Fair
Specifically, if they surround you, you're gonna have a hell of a time on a horse because they can pull you down and
enough. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, he'll be on the walkway,
Okay.
the wall.
Yeah. So if Virgil and that group up front are like halfway across the walkway, or the path, you're guarding like at the very edge of it. So if they make it to you in force. This guy is like the equivalent of Virgil, though. He's pushed past the line, and he's one of the wild ones that managed to get through to you. With that in mind, when you are ready, I need your roll.
Oh,
Florence is going to speak.
before you do, and I'm incredibly sorry, because Sir Virgil rolled a crit, he would also roll crit damage against what's his face?
Yeah.
Against Hengist.
That is true.
Thank you very much, Sir Guy the Wolfsbane.
Yeah.
And Sir Trent.
Oh, for gold.
Oh, okay. 14, 24. He does have some armor, especially up front. He's got armor 11.
I did 20. Yeah,
Or
I got
5.
24 originally.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 because he has a great axe.
Yeah. So 24, 14 minus 5. 33. He is very likely majorly wounded.
Likely dead.
Yeah. I don't think he's
Yeah.
he's got a lot of size and a lot of con. 17 and 18.
Size plus con is 38, so he is Still
He's
Would
gotta
be at,
he's
he
got to
would be
roll.
at 8 hit points.
Yeah, he's got to roll major wound, I think, for sure, and then he might fall unconscious. So we're doing a contest right here.
Wait, I can tell you. Oh no, his con's a little bit higher than mine. And I have the same size as him, but I have bonuses to True Knight,
you're a
and
True Knight.
my unconscious rating is 7 base. So
Yeah. We rolled the con roll for him. He didn't go unconscious. He is severely wounded. He's staying around though. He's gonna try and fight this out. He's here to die. He knows what he's doing.
thank God.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, Florence.
All right, all good. Florence readies his spear and stabs out towards the enemy that is running wildly towards him. That's a crit.
Nice.
That's he's got no chance in hell against that.
Yeah. Effortlessly, Florence, with practice, precision, just jams his spear right through the guy's chest. Or something. Let's find out. Roll damage. That's a me roll.
But still 33.
33.
33.
This guy does have 11 armor.
Yeah.
22 is what he takes. You can tell, like, the ones they're sending towards you, they seem to be more, I guess, more in the realm of what you would call a traditional Saxon. These are the ones volunteering for the front, the equivalent of the berserkers, that sort of thing. Nevertheless, with that, you will down your opponent, and you'll get 15 glory for that opponent.
I think that Florence, no smile on his face in a complete juxtaposition to Virgil. He is quiet, and he just doesn't seem to be, enjoying himself as he normally is in battle.
Yep, and with the major wound on that big Saxon did fall back into his crowd, by the way, for Virgil's purposes. All right, that brings us to Edrich.
Oh, much.
Kind of sad I didn't heavily engage, but we do what we can, and like all of my people have said, look, Edrich, stop taking risks. That is a critical battle. And you wouldn't have, because I'm better at fighting.
Okay. Critical battle.
All right, Mr. Deck 5.
I
We'll see
know,
about
I
that.
have such a low dex.
Okay.
Go ahead and fight on foot here as well.
I'd really prefer not to, but I will if I have to.
Okay. Very similar to what I'm doing with Liam, the best of 3.
Oh, great spear 20.
Indeed.
Yeah. Ethelred.
You have
Ethelred.
a Saxon, not so much a berserker, but one that looks like they're clearly inspired by the moment as they move towards you. They managed to kill one of the Knights of Sarum, which gives them an opening to you.
Well, at least this one bathes.
He will be impassioning.
Indeed.
I wonder if your wife's out here fighting with you too.
I mean, I'd prefer it if she weren't, but I can't stop her. She's too big.
I got her cool
Alright.
chainmail. Her survivability's up there.
I think she's more likely to fight if her own home was under threat. Not like her
Yeah.
homeland, but her own very home. So,
Indeed.
Yeah, she don't care about most of the people here.
yeah.
This guy's got not that great strength, pretty okay size. I think I'm ready. Let's get to swording.
When you're ready, sir.
Critical sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So,
So let me roll damage.
That
I
could
just
have
want to
gone.
point out that was
yeah.
a critical on a 6.
Yep,
Right.
I am a very good swordsman. However, I probably won't be able to pull that off next round.
What was your so you have a +7 +5, or you +7 +10 right now?
+7 +10, because I impassioned myself at the beginning.
Okay, yep. And you only have one passionate 20 right now. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, just that.
Okay. Okay.
I had another at 20 5 years ago, but then I went insane about it.
Yeah. Unlikely. Whenever you get more than one passionate 20, you have to tell me, because you're unlikely to stay there.
Will
Yeah.
do, will do.
Yeah.
33 damage. We do like our 33s.
Okay, that will probably... I'm just going to assume he's down, because... Actually, this is a heroic thing, so let's see. Great Spear, only 5 armor. He's probably... And not great. He wasn't great in con. He's decent size in con. I'll do a quick roll against his remaining health. No, he's down. He's unconscious. You can take... we'll give you 30 glory for that.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah.
The marshal steps in. It's odd to see him fight because he's got a dexterity of 5. He's clearly showing his age, but when he strikes, he moves like a viper, and that's exactly what happens with this spearman who comes at him. After he finishes off the other Knight of Sarum and comes towards Edrich, Edrich just deflects with shield, stabs in the neck with a sword, moves on to the next. He fights like a serpent.
Good.
Let me give me that thing. Thank you kindly. And that is me.
All right, good job. Okay. So, despite the sheer and overwhelming numbers, you're managing to fight quite successfully night to night. You guys being the famous and best knights that Salisbury has for the most part. So with that, we move to the next round. In this case, Edrich.
Virgil. Oh.
Nope.
That's
we are back. Oh, wounds. Sorry about that. I got to do that part. There is what we call what do we call it? Collateral damage. So collateral damage is now rolled. First off, let me dish out the extra glory for each round. It was Virgil. You got an extra 15 glory that round. 12 glory for Florence and 27 glory for Edrich.
Could you tell me those once more?
Yeah, 15 for Virgil, 12 extra for Florence, 27 for Edrich.
Thank you kindly.
You might call that collateral glory as well. That's it,
Indeed.
right? Virgil, you'll be facing 5 dice of damage. Your armor does count against this. Florence, also 5 dice of damage. Edrich, because of your crit, 3 dice of damage.
Ugh. 21, which means I'm taking quite a bit here, because I think, my armor and shield is 16 total?
16, yeah.
Hey!
Nice work!
Tank it.
Liam's dice are like, I know you normally roll low. Watch me roll high now.
Watch
now
me roll high.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think Edrich's learned his lesson. He's got his shield up fully the whole time.
We're gonna get you one of those big Roman shields, I think.
Give Edrich a sputum, and he will kiss you on the mouth.
Okay, so a little bit, obviously, for the frontliner, running into a little bit of trouble. But
Not that much. I only took 5.
Yeah. Or a little bit of grazing, let's say. You took some wounding. That's all I meant to say. But in that case,
a minor wound.
Yeah, a real minor one. With that, we move into our general's role once more.
Absolutely. I think I am going to impassion myself once more with honor this time. And I really don't want to fail. I succeeded.
Burning through these passions.
Burning through the passions. Look, why wait? Why wait?
We need to maintain that early lead.
That is a success on battle.
All right. Oh, so close. That was so close. Yeah.
Indeed.
All right. So you're still holding ground here. Yeah. Yeah, and it's worth noting I did just fail a passion, so if that had not failed the passion...
Yeah, it would have been a crit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it would have.
God is with us.
Yep. Okay. So far, so good. We move back into determining the army advantage. We've done that. Advancing intensity in battle. The intensity is now moving up to a 14. So, we announce the encounter options again. It's just the Wessex Saxons right now. We move to declaring engagement.
I think same as before, regular engagement. I really want to go into heavily engaged, but one bad roll from collateral damage.
Or from regular.
Or from regular.
Yeah.
Determining engagement.
Yeah. There was an inquiry about how we handle the failed passion because the passion was 15. In this case, there's no negative effects for a failed passion. We're using 6th edition rules for passions. That's why. So, or to some degree, we're using that rule anyways, which serves the player's benefit multiple times as well. Maybe less now that they're all getting high ones. So, but at any rate, sorry, Mark. What engagement do you want?
Florence is feeling a little cocky. Let's do high engagement.
Heavily engaged. Okay.
Heavily engaged.
Virgil's heavily engaged.
Of course.
Okay. Okay, so we move to battle rolls for the three of you, and you can all roll at once this time. Let's get all your numbers out there.
Of you guys.
Alright. Florence is going to call upon his loyalty sword of victory. He's here to defend his friend and the secrets they keep.
I am not calling upon the passion yet. Success. On battle.
Very nice.
10, 8.
10. Success.
I got a 15.
And 10. Okay. There we go. In this case, Edrich, you rolled a 15, yes?
That's right.
You are challenged. Just checking to see who this is. You're challenged by Ealhred of Wessex, a kin of Cerdic. He challenges you to a duel. Now you don't have to accept the.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
You don't have to, as the marshal. You don't have to choose to duel. Duel either means that, well, it gives, it kind of tells your men to stand aside. Like it's a matter of honor, right? So it foregoes. It's not the wisest. It's not the most prudent thing for a marshal to do on the battlefield. Do you have any? Any household knights?
I actually think I don't. I'm pretty poor.
What about your brother?
Yes, Cynstenian would be here.
Do you want Cynstenian to fight your duel for you?
Let me really quickly take a look at Cynstenian. Honestly, Edrich would rather do it himself. Hold on, someone's at the door. Be right back.
Okay, we're gonna go to the others anyways for that. So Virgil,
Virgil's turn.
With an 8, You have an Oracle opportunity, Virgil, so give me 2d100. Thomas, consider your options while we're doing this. Yeah.
I'm an equal opportunity ass whooper. 89 and 57, respectively.
89 and 57?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Uh-oh. I don't like that.
Yeah. Virgil watches as his son is hit with a heavy javelin and falls forward, pitches forward onto the ground, uncertain of what the state is. You see the Wotan man
Wotan's man.
Yeah, who fell him, man of Woden, who threw the javelin, and he turns and eyes you.
Yes. Come on, you bastard.
Okay. I have to quickly grab the Wotanman's dealio, so give me 1 sec here.
Wotan's man.
Book of Battle. We will come back to that. We're gonna determine the opportunity. Florence, you'll be in a scenario. You've moved up into heavily engaged, yes?
Yep.
This opportunity heroically is called 2 versus 1. You're surrounded by 2 Saxons.
It's exactly the scenario I wanted to
Cohen
avoid.
Wolf are your opponents.
I think he just kind of stares them down and says, "Come to face the man who lanced down the king of the Saxons."
You will make a fine bounty for our king, one of them says as they move towards you. With that, who's ready to resolve first? Anyone thinking still?
Virgil.
Virgil.
I think Virgil's gunning for it.
Yeah. All right, so you're fighting the Wotan's man. Yeah. Just give me a sec here. I'm gonna pull the stats up. Was not prepared. Okay, there we go. Perfect. It's just failing me for a sec. Okay, so he has hoisted his heavy javelin, which leaves him with his two-handed weapon. So he readies it against you. We will say it is a great sword.
Start praying. I'll send you back to your god in pieces. Let's go. And then I roll a 1 on sword. Oh, well, I wasn't that far off.
Okay. Oh, man. Well, the good news is he doesn't impassion. So he doesn't have a complete success rate.
Not a complete success rate, you say?
These guys are nasty, as we know. These are very significant foes, right?
I'm good, buddy.
Yeah.
I saved. I got my shield on there. I'm good.
34
Christ.
damage.
No.
It's minus
Jesus
16.
Christ.
18 damage after armor.
Oh! That's pretty brutal.
And what is you are on foot. What is your dex score?
10. But my size is 17.
Size is 17.
Which means I am knocked down.
Sorry. 17 times 2, 34. Yeah. You take the wound and you fumble backwards into the crowd. This is probably a foe you want to know as well. Like, you want to remember this person in case.
That's a major wound for me, too.
His name is.
There's
oh no,
a-
that's the wrong one.
That's the wrong one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Forget
that
those
was
stats. But his
brutal.
name is Conrad.
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 Shit, dog. that hurt.
Yes, it was asked earlier. What's better, a heroic opportunity or a oracle opportunity? The heroic opportunity has less likelihood for the event to be your son getting down with a heavy javelin versus some other sort of thing. It tends to be heroic first and not directly a mixed bag. Oracle opportunities tend to have the option to be a mixed bag or to be starting from a bad footing. But they're worth more glory too. So, does that risk making you unconscious, friend, or are you okay?
No, I'm still okay.
Okay,
I do have a major wound though. I gotta resolve.
you do.
What?
In relation to your thing, yeah, that's how it started. He javelined your son.
Really? Oh fuck! I
Yeah.
wasn't paying attention to that. Which one? Kato?
Yeah.
Kato,
Yeah.
no!
Yeah, Kato's like laying down. Yeah, he got a heavy javelin right to his sternum, so he's down on the
Oh
ground.
wait, I should have been passioned then, man.
Yeah.
Bob, retroactively, can I roll Love of Family and just see if that helps me at all here? I mean, it wouldn't. No, even if I impassion, even if
It
it succeeded
can't.
that impassion,
It can't.
I
Yeah.
would still get an 8. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
unless you critted,
would've
right?
been
Because
close,
what is your love family?
15.
Yeah, no, you can't then.
Yeah, you can't.
There's not
Even
a
if
plus
you
10
crit it.
option. Yeah.
Even if I crit, it's still a +5.
Because I would have said you have the option. It's you remove the
No, I'm
passion,
with you.
but yeah. So.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right. We move to 2 versus 1 now. Inne and Cohen Wolf versus Florence. Florence, as you know, we're still using 5th edition rules for this, so you have to choose to split if you'd like.
Indeed, he will. I do, however, get a +5 to this because I did succeed on my passion roll for this round. So I am going to split it neatly in half, 13-13. As a note to our players, Florence has a spear skill of 26.
Hell yeah. I feel you catching up to me.
I'm probably not going to go any further. I think that's probably it for him. Alright.
Oh my god. What
Yeah.
a day. See, this is
Second round.
this is the thing, man. It's like if I've got that exalted passion, I'm groovy. I'm a god. If I don't have that exalted passion, I'm guaranteed to roll low. It's just it's
Right?
just the way of things.
And I don't tend to
right.
roll very high either. Like my rolls
No.
are like whenever
don't
Thomas
need
and I
to
are
against me.
close. Yeah. Whenever
Yeah.
Thomas and I are close, I'm rolling like a max 10, even with a plus like 8. Right? So.
Alright. First
Um,
roll, 6 on 18.
6 and 18.
Second roll. Fumble.
Oh, damn, guys. All right. This could be like a really tragic fight. They will not impassion. This is already an event where it's significant, so.
It's brutal enough as it is.
Okay, fail on one,
Alright.
Fell in one, but the one
which you fumbled on.
the one you fumble. I'll roll the damage first and we'll determine. So Cohen Wolf hits you. You managed to hit the one though, so you can deal your damage to Inne.
Yeah. Go.
Ein? Is that Ein?
Hopefully I don't roll like shit. I didn't roll great, but I didn't roll terrible.
19. Well, he's fighting with a great spear, so he's only got 5 armor.
Oh, not bad. Sizable shot then.
Yeah. 14 damage. His side's 14, so he has to test it. He has to test dex. Only 9 dex. Oh, he falls over. Yeah, your opponent does fall over. Now for the opponent.
I imagine I focus on him, and then I just get stabbed in the back.
You're kind of like, yeah, like, and then you move to face the other one, and you swing. What's the second guy fighting with? Cohen Wolf. Cohen Wolf has an axe. Sword. Cohen Wolf
No,
has
he's a sword.
Yeah.
Oh, right, that's right, sword.
Yeah. And you fumbled. Cohen Wolf. Let's see. Size 18. Ooh, strength 14. 5d6, not 66, so that's good.
Still pretty bad. I don't get my shield to this.
No, you don't. 21 damage. Please, please make a dex roll.
Dexterity. I get a +5 to this.
No, no, you do not.
Oh no.
You
okay,
fumbled.
never mind then.
Yeah.
Success though.
You managed to hold. You managed to stay up. You like get pushed to the ground. Florence, you get pushed to the ground. You manage to pull yourself back up, but as you do, you notice the shot, like just the momentum from the sword, from the hit. To brace yourself and keep yourself up, you feel the sword leave your hand. And you watch it slide. Oh yeah, your spear leaves your hand, and you watch it kind of like roll off to the edge of and like into the water of the Bourne.
Yeah. That's very bad.
Yeah. And now the tides are kind of shifting. We move to Thomas now.
Things have looked pretty bad for the other two. I think being challenged, while it might not be the most prudent thing, I don't have Reckless 13 for no reason. Who am I to deny a man's request for a painful suicide? I will fight him.
Okay.
So, let's see how it goes.
Are you impassioned?
I am impassioned,
Huh?
and I rolled a 3. Okay, he's racist enough.
Yeah. This is Ilhred, the swordsman.
God, I recently started believing in you more. Oh, that's bad.
Crit.
Indeed. Okay. So unless... Yeah, I don't think the advantage may have refreshed. So I think I'm gonna get hit by this thing.
Oh, and
That's a shame.
Yeah,
I rolled
I did
the
that
lowest
right.
I could be.
Yeah.
I was just making sure I did the math right. Yeah, 17. If he had an 18, then he had a +5. That would have put him to 23, right? So it would have been +3.
Oh, we got a redemption. We had a redeemed advantage.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Rebecca, you are wonderful. What the fuck?
Wow. All right.
That's the second time that's happened this episode.
Yeah.
Hit me.
Okay, I need to check this guy's stuff here. Okay. Going a size and strength. Yep, he's gonna end up in the 5d6 range.
What's going on with these people? 29. That includes...
Well, it's a crit.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
29 minus 16 is 13. So I take 13 damage. Let me quickly go to Edrich.
What's your size?
Still looking fine. My size is 15.
Okay.
What's your con?
My con is 12.
Yeah. No, you have to make a dex roll.
Indeed.
Actually, size 15. Yeah, if he had 1 more damage, you would have been auto on your ass.
I would have been auto on my ass. So I need to make a dex roll?
Yes.
My dex is not great. I am, however, impassioned. That does, however, mean there's a 50-50 chance. Now I roll good.
Okay.
That is me falling over.
This is also a duel, so it's not over.
Indeed.
This is what I was getting at. Because anyone else, like now Virgil can make a squire roll right now before we continue any further.
Indeed.
It would be nice, sire.
Grand.
How old are you
I
guys?
will-
Wait. Were you on? You're not unconscious, so never mind. Unless you want your squire to drag you off the field or whatever. That's one thing your squire can do. You're conscious.
I'm good. I got
yeah.
knocked down, but that's it.
All right, but you're gonna get up again.
Yeah, of course. If I take another hit like that, I'm dead. But
were we just singing that song? Wasn't that the song during the?
But I get knocked down, and I get up
Wasn't I
again.
just complaining about that? All right.
Yeah, you're never gonna knock me down.
Yeah. So, not the best round for our group. Not the best round.
The first round was pretty good. The second round, not great at all.
Yeah. We need to do collateral damage now.
Yep. This is the rough bit.
Okay.
We have 5 dice of damage coming at our 2 heavily engaged and 3 dice of damage coming to our duel.
All right.
So there's a possibility that Tom's gonna get 1 or 2 damage against him. Liam, you have 5 dice of damage coming at you for collateral.
All right.
I'll say 2 points of damage. Not great.
No, you
either.
20.
I take 4.
4, yeah.
All right.
I
I am
take
down
7.
to. I am at my unconscious rating.
Oh man.
So when you're at your unconscious rating, you have to roll under your remaining hit points, I want to say, on a d20
All
to
right.
stay up.
Okay. No.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Virgil is passed out but alive.
Give me a squire
I am
test.
just. Florence is just above his unconscious rating.
If your squire is aged out this year, let me know and we can swap them out.
I have no
Florence is
idea.
aged out.
It says that Kendall is 15, but I don't know if that. He was born 480. It says.
He's definitely not, wait.
So
He's
that
definitely
would
not
be-
15 then. 505
Yeah,
minus
yeah.
480. He'd be 25.
He'd be 25.
aged out.
25-year-old squire.
Okay. So we can do the math
Look,
on
man,
that.
let me
though.
go. Let me leave, please.
So 25.
The war on.
So 10
Yep,
years have
absolutely
passed.
crippled at a 10.
So you've gone through another squire since then.
Yeah.
You have a squire that's now. You have a third squire that's now 19 years old.
Okay. 19.
Okay.
We'll figure out his name later.
Pooh.
What year would he have been born so that we can prevent this?
So 505 minus 15, or 505 minus 19.
Alright,
486.
486. Okay.
Just worldly, fears the Fae, and has some boating skill. And he's from a neighboring region. He is from Dorset. So
96, 19. Okay, and then
I will also add that Florence needs a new squire as well. He's just down.
that is a success on the squire roll.
okay, your squire will successfully pull you out of the thick of things this round, and you, Liam, will be taking over as one of your men.
Hell yeah.
We're going to determine
One of
who
the
that.
Jerrys?
Yes.
The Jimmies are one of the Billies. Let's
You
see.
can call them
ones that
whatever
are
you
on me at
want.
all times were the
Yeah,
Jimmies.
you can call
they're
them
the
whatever you
Jimmies.
want,
Yeah, yeah.
but these are his stats.
That guy's pretty good.
Yeah,
Not bad.
yeah.
Sir
right.
Lionel. I like that name too. I'm gonna write him down. Jimmy number 1, Lionel.
It says it's a male Kimrick name. Why haven't I rolled Lionel anywhere else? That would have been
That's
anywhere,
friggin'
right?
Thundercats.
Yeah. There are names with less weights because I used a nuanced spreadsheet that I found where it's like, here are the common ones. These are like the Bobs and the Marks. You know what I mean? And it's like, here's the super obscure ones. With a weighted 2, I can say this is one of the lower end ones. So very rarely a rare name. And a Thundercat at the same time. So, that'll be your guy for the next round.
Cool.
Edrich, the duel will continue into the next. Everyone else is at a state where whatever you're involved in is now gone. I need your general role in your position, Edrich, is not going to be good. You're on your ass right now.
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to be rolling your battle at disadvantage.
Understood. Given that this is a separate round, so a different passion will be needed, yeah?
Yes, correct.
I am going to activate, if I can, my hate Saxons. I feel it's appropriate here. That is a success.
Smart move.
So, battle at disadvantage. Let me make that roll twice. That is a critical or a 15.
That's good. That's good considering you're on your ass. I think what this represents is despite your position, there are people that know what to do when you're down.
Yeah.
Right? Like we've
trained them to set things up in case I get knocked down.
And then you get up again.
I get up again.
They ain't never gonna keep you down.
They bring me down plenty, but they haven't succeeded in keeping me down until this moment, maybe. Ooh, what's that roll?
That was Cerdic's battle with.
That's not good.
Yeah. His battle specifically with the impassion. So.
Indeed.
He just got a 20. And he finally passed a passion. Third try. His charm.
Indeed.
So, all right. The army advantage slips. They break the line. And there's a breach now in the center.
Very bad time for them to do it.
Yeah. You are now in the losing side of things. I think we have to resolve what happens first with I'm gonna suggest for the roll on Thomas. Maybe not. Let's take a look at where everyone is. I think that'll be useful. So the intensity is now at 19. That's unfair. The intensity is at 16. It will become 19 next round. I'm stating that unless you somehow. This is the scenario you wanted to hold off. This is a scenario you wanted to prevent. It's now going poorly. As a result, what we need to know: determine army advantage. We determine that. Announce intensity battle 16. Announce encounter options. The Wessex Saxon warriors are still the primary enemy here. And then that brings us to engagement declarations. So, we know where Edrich is. Florence.
Florence is going to move to the reserve because he needs to get another spear.
Okay. That is a very fair point. So, you're gonna move your squire. You can make a squire test to get another spear.
Well, we need to decide who his squire is because he doesn't have one at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair. We can do that. Random person. Clydog.
Slide dog.
Yeah,
Slide.
You Clydog.
Clydog
Madoc hates
of
location.
and
Not a big fan of location. Me either.
current
honestly.
setting would mean right here. where are we at right now? Yeah,
We're in Salisbury.
he's from the Bourne River. He's one of those guys. Makes
Yeah.
sense. He's probably, you know where, we'll say he's from Newton Tony. This is one of the places that's like right around this area.
Yep.
What a dick.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Let's make a spiral. Can he get me another sphere?
Oh, I've drawn a feast card.
Oh,
somehow.
a serving girl appears. Nope. He does not have my spear.
He tries to reach you with it, and as he's going, you watch another Saxon axe come down right on it and just like cracks it in half. You know?
Yeah.
Like, and then he kind of gets shoved aside, and you kind of lose sight of him. Not fumbled, so not the end of the world, but he is not able to save you in this moment.
So yeah, Florence is going to push back to the reserve so he can get another spear.
All right, all the way back to the reserves.
I would assume he would have to go back there if he wanted to get another spear.
No,
Unless there's another option.
Not something as basic as spear. For healing and stuff, yes, that would be there. You could push back to engage probably to find a spear if that's all you're trying to do. Or disengaged, whatever. If you're going, keep in mind you would be behind the marshal if you're anything but engaged or anything but engaged for it.
In that case, I think he would probably still go engaged.
Yeah, actually, in this losing state, there is no reserved anymore.
Ah, right.
But you can go disengaged.
No, he'll stay engaged. He'll move to the engaged.
Okay. Okay.
In his chance to get a spear, would he be able to get a spear, or would he have to fight with his sword for a round before he can get a spear?
No. I think you're going to be able to find a spear here. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you do that. We're going to roll to see what happens, though, because that might inform something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So sorry, what did you commit to? What level of engagement?
Engaged.
Engaged. And then what is Lionel engaged at now as his lord is being pulled off the field? Liam, what level does is Lionel engaged at?
He's one of the hounds, baby. He's going all in. There's no way he made it into Virgil's crew.
Yeah.
And isn't gonna fight all in. He's a
Okay.
hound. This is his job.
Heavily engaged for you, yes. Then and
Would you like me to text? Would you actually like me to test Valorous just in case? Because he's not got that high Valorous.
Valor's 15 for Lionel.
I think you have to have 16 to be a knight, right? I guess it could have fallen over the years, right?
You
to
just
be
need
a
50.
to be a player knight,
Yeah,
you
you
have to be a Valorous.
Okay,
yeah,
so he
yeah.
does have
Yeah.
Valorous 15 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Yeah,
not
man.
bad.
I can test it if you want, or he can go all in by virtue of being a hound.
I'm good with either, honestly. You
Let's
have
go all
loyalty
in then.
Lord 17 and your lord is being pulled out, but maybe you feel like you need to like fight there in his
Prove.
place.
Yeah. Virgil's hounds are really loyal in general. One of
Okay.
them burned down that house on like the whim that it might be helpful. Like these guys rule. All right, let's go.
Let me just test this. Not 8. I probably did that wrong. I was worried about it spiking. I was thinking on the fly. We're gonna give him an extra 5 there, so 18 or 8 plus 5. 13 battle is what this guy's got.
13 battle. Okay, not great, but
Yeah,
let's
He's got a lot of
see where it takes
he's got an excellent weapon though. His weapon skill's 20, so he's,
he's not a thinker. My hounds are not really thinkers, are they? All right, let's see where that takes us. Oh, actually, I'm gonna impassion as well.
Yep, 17 for Lordly Lord if you want it.
Yeah, of course I do.
Honor will be 15 probably. Yeah. Maybe
Perfect.
less. Given they're your hounds. It depends on- yeah.
Given they're the hounds, yeah. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
And then battle plus 5.
Yeah. And Mark, you can make your battle.
So close to a crit.
17.
Wait, if it's battle... Oh, right, never mind. Sorry, I did the thing wrong.
But you're on losing. So over here, battle. What was it? 15?
17 out of 18.
Okay. You will be facing a duel this round, my friend, and we'll determine who that is in a moment.
Hell yeah.
Edrich, you're still in a duel that's continuing.
I can't believe I'm losing against someone who's 9 points of sword lower than me.
That's what I'm telling you, man. That's what Virgil's been saying. He's been saying this.
Florence, did you make your battle roll yet?
Oh, not yet. He is going to be impassioning his honor.
Okay.
Success. Battle. 12.
12. Okay.
Calculation hit points, is it size plus con?
Size plus con, that's right.
Size plus con.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna start with Lionel, who has a he has just a regular duel, so this is just a random person here. A random Wessex warrior from Naught named Oswin. Oswin is pretty good with the sword, interestingly enough.
He's awesome. Awesome. Yeah.
I'm not going to impassion him because you're already on a secondary character at this moment, so...
I do FYI, I do have four guys out here with me.
Yeah.
Virgil keeps 2 on him at all times,
Yeah.
and there's 2 stationed at Durnford at all times.
Yeah,
so.
we always assume when you get to heavily engage, there's like just not enough room to protect a lord or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing for anything. I'm just letting you know if Lionel goes down, I've got other guys that I can play.
We got 3 more.
Understood.
Yeah. Okay, I think he's gonna roll with Jimmy's gonna roll with Lionel's gonna roll with Spear.
All right.
That is not a high success for rolling 25.
No, it's
Jesus.
not.
Nah.
But higher than me.
That's
Beat
still
him,
what
though.
you needed.
Higher than 3.
All right, and then size plus strength divided by 2. Is that the damage?
Yeah, you're. I think I determined 5 dice for what size 15, strength 16. Yeah, it's gonna be 5d6. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's size plus strength divided by 6 rounded up, I think.
Does not do any damage, I don't think.
Yeah, wouldn't even.
No, so it's an exchange where he comes in quickly with his sword, and you sort of backstep, and you're able to kind of like catch his blade, and you swing, and you get a much better hit than he does, but not enough to land damage. As Lionel continues the fighting.
Catchphrase.
Yeah.
Rolled a 5. That pisses me off.
I get it.
Rough.
I rolled a 3, and then after being given advantage, I rolled a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna move next to Edrich.
Hello. So, the knockdown rules. So, it says during the movement phase of the next round, I can stand up. I don't know if that happens, like, if I can do it, and thus invalidating the knockdown, or I can do it after the blows are exchanged.
We have a rule where it takes away from your dice pool.
That's what we've used, but I don't know. I don't remember how movement works here. Let me just check this out. And there might be someone that chimes in.
I've got the 5.2 book.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the same place looking in the 5.2 book right now.
Fellas, you gotta know when to hold them, and you know when to fold them. And it's holding time.
It is holding time.
Trust me, Virgil, the man with the best judgment.
I also had the realization that this is, I think, the third time Virgil has been knocked out in the middle of a battle.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's only made it to the end of one fight. Period.
I believe. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I have the most. I
Yeah,
have the
I
most
think-
hit points out of you guys as well.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just get lucky.
Because you either get critted or you go insane.
Yeah,
I
it's one
think-
of those two.
Yeah. Sir Trent has the right idea. I do think that the movement phase happens afterwards. So at the moment, I'm hitting at a -5. He's hitting at a plus.
At a +5. Yeah.
I like being on horseback, yeah. Height advantage.
Cool.
Okay. He's gonna have a +10 on you this time, Sir Edrich.
Indeed. I am impassioned, so it comes out to nothing. It's just the will of the dice. The dice.
Oh, they
the
favor
dice
you.
don't give me. The dice don't give me a crit though.
So close.
It's only
Hold
got
on,
one shot at beating you. It's got to
Yeah,
be
if he
exactly
crits you,
what he
that's
needs.
it.
Yeah, he's got an 18 and he's got a +10, I believe. So.
Yeah. So 28 is the number.
So it's not
Yeah.
impossible.
In fact, it's more likely that he kills me.
He does not.
He does not indeed. Whew.
Regular damage as you try to climb back to your feet.
18 as I lash out, trying to get enough breathing room that I can get my shield out in front
Yeah.
and stand.
Yes, his passion his extreme passion, his famous passion, is worn out. I gave him a 15 in a secondary passion because he's a duel. This is not a regular Joe.
Exactly.
Yep. But I did not give
Probably his
him
honor or something.
more than it'd probably be his honor is next at 15.
Indeed.
But he doesn't have as many as Edrich. Edrich, you climb to your feet. You managed to get to your shield and turn just in time to feel the strike land on it, and you kind of counter and manage to catch him. 18 damage. You barely harm him though in this moment.
Indeed.
And that's when we cut over to Florence, who sees his old friend and the marshal under threat of death. It looks like he's climbing back to his feet. He's got in control. The heroic opportunity here is you can see that they are now swarming the bridge. Things are going to change. There was a critical success this round, and they, as a condition was stated, this is pretty much a you must hold and not fail in order for this to be successful with the sheer numbers they brought. So the question is, do you intervene in what could be a duel?
Or do I hold the bridge?
Do you try to take command? Because no one else is in a position to right now.
Well,
The safest thing for your army right now, probably, is to retreat to Sarum.
it's the safest thing, but is it the smartest decision at this moment?
It's a question. What they don't have cavalry. You'll lose men for sure on a retreat. Nor are you in the best position to do it as a baron of a foreign land. But they are coming in mass now. The bridge is being overwhelmed.
With my sense of battle, does it feel like this is a losing battle, or is it still kind of up?
It feels like this particular fight is a losing battle. They're probably outnumber you. Now that you again, I kind of suggested the massive swarm. You feel like maybe 5-1 or 6-1 right now, and so your goal, much like the scenario would be to hold that. If you held that point, that choke point, you're in a good position. If that continued on for several rounds, you guys might have actually pushed them off, made them trigger a retreat or something, or at least held off for the day and giving you an option. But now that looks like they've managed to breach that, you could try and rally and try to get the force there, but it would have to be a significant goal. Like basically,
I think then.
Yeah.
I think we can do it, but it's not up to me.
Is going to attempt to take control and push them forward to retake the end of the bridge.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Liam went crazy for a second, but he's back. All right.
Hello.
So this is going to be effectively a pushing the battle standard forward. Then I will take a battle roll in this case. For it to be successful, it needs to be greater than an 8 as well.
Greater
so it's
than
not just
well,
a success.
Yeah, not just a succeed, but a succeed that's greater than 8. I do have a +5 to this.
Okay.
From my honor. Is there any way I could use something like orate to help me?
I don't think so. If you, I don't think so. Now it's such a low number and to be set. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
All right then. So this could be everything to it. If there are people who may be interested in helping with advantage, consider it. Consider. 15.
All right. Sir Florence leads a number of men that were fighting at engage to try and reinforce the bridge at this point.
Mm-hmm. I feel like at this point blood has dripped down half of his face, but he is still attempting to push them forward by calling out orders and trying to rally them.
Indeed. All right. So, let's see here. There we go. 4 dice of damage to... We're just doing collateral damage. 4 dice of damage to Florence. 3 dice of damage to Lionel. And 3 dice of damage to Edrich. For collateral.
This could be it, guys.
I believe in you.
Oh!
Yes.
I take it! That was fucking close, though.
Are you
1
low
point
right
of
now?
damage and Florence would be out. Yeah, he's 1 away from being unconscious.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, sorry. I should roll that. No damage.
And then how much is it? Because I'm fighting. It's 5 for me, right?
I engage. Yes, I
Yeah.
believe so. Ouch.
Well, you are in the Sworn
That is a
Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be 9.
Yeah. 9 damage.
Oh.
Yeah, Liam's doing great.
I'm going
9 damage.
here. Let's see. Oh, it's not that.
Oh, 25 miss. Anyways, Edrich, your duel continues.
That's right. I think I might like to activate a new passion, if I might. I'm gonna do a slightly lower one, and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna activate my love of the Sword of Victory, hearing Sir Florence's rallying cry behind me.
Okay. He is at his last one. He has 1 more passion.
Success.
Success.
Critical on my sword.
That's what you needed.
It's a high critical.
Yeah, and he does not. Yeah.
That is more like it. 19
Oh,
there,
that's less like
13
it.
there. So that's still 32 damage, which is pretty good. I slashed him before, and this time it's more of a telling blow.
Okay.
The reason that I agreed to fight in this duel was down to two factors. One, Edrich's a madman. And two, the guy had a high morale thing next to him. And I thought he needed humbling.
All right. 1913.
That's right.
32. Yeah, he's unconscious.
What are they feeding those guys?
All right. And you actually hold on. Just gonna do some quick rolls here.
Lily's being my moral support.
Yeah. Kill them all, Thomas. Kill them all.
That's a bird. That's a bird.
Oh yes, that's right. As the highlighted text from Sir Guy the Wolfsbane says, apparently he was a kinsman of Cerdic, so...
That's right.
Of Cerdic,
He wasn't a nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big dude.
1 sec.
I'm whetting my thirst for the bloodline.
Let me just go over. I need to check something real quick. Just doing some rolls here. Ignore me.
Last time I killed Yosa and married his niece, so this time I think I killed a kinsman of Cerdic and I might meet someone that he ordered a saddle from. That sounds right.
Just going through here for a sec. Apologies, guys.
Indeed.
Bob's typing something, and it scares me every time.
I know. He keeps telling us to not worry about it, but it makes me worry more.
What horrors might that keyboard unleash upon us?
What keystrokes of doom might be summoned?
I think that is everyone I need to test. Good. So casualties of this, we have Gandwy.
Not Ganwy.
So Kenrick
Who's Ganwy?
dies in this battle.
Wasn't Kenrick already dead?
No, Kenrick wasn't dead.
I think he's still alive.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
he
he's
isn't.
alive.
Well, he's dead now.
Yeah, he is
Whatever.
dead
I never
now.
liked that bastard.
Yeah.
Man, he's an OG. He was with us, I think, on our
He
first.
was with us at the very
He
beginning.
got knighted with
He
you
was
guys.
with us.
He was in the horse race. Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
All right. Other than that, no notable. Well, there's probably lots of death, right? But none of the names we focus on. You guys are gonna fight at the bridge successfully until night, as the camps set up, and the fight comes to a halt. You see the Saxons' banners at sunset marching away. Okay.
I have to test something. I couldn't have failed it. I'm still ready to organize, but everyone should lick our wounds while we can.
It's possible, as this comes to a close, it's possible that they will simply change the terrain and make it so that you have to march on them and the Shoot Forest. Alternatively, they might be marching back to Lefkamagus or elsewhere.
Every day that they don't actively attack and raid is a day that Silchester or a day that Nanteleod can come and reinforce our number. So what we did today was quite good indeed, even if we couldn't win a decisive victory.
Yeah.
We did what we were supposed to. We pulled.
Yeah.
Is my son still alive?
We will find out.
There we go.
Would you like me to roll or you to roll?
I would like to roll. What am I rolling?
We observed him getting hit with a heavy javelin, so he's going to be rolling under a 13.
Okay. 1d20 versus 13.
He will not be he is under intensive care until next year, but he will survive.
Very good.
And then I think I need to roll my major wound too, right?
Yes, indeed.
2d6. Is that right? I don't have the chart in front of me.
I'm almost positive. Let me see. Is it winter phase? Do we have that on? Were we smart enough to put that on the winter phase?
Because it's just an aging on winter phase.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But I think the aging and the major wound are the same.
It's pretty similar. Let me really quickly double check everything.
I think for you don't hit an aging roll. I don't think. I think you just get an attribute loss for a major wound.
I think
right?
you just roll a d6. See what attribute you lose.
Yeah, you just roll a d6.
No
Oh,
no
six,
loss.
nothing.
You get nothing. Yeah.
Virgil's badass. What can I say? As he's unconscious in a wheelbarrow.
Congratulations, guys. I thought there'd be no way in hell that was a victory. The fact that you guys managed to pull off
It was it was pretty bad for a while there.
Like,
Yeah.
the first round, I was reminded of our very first battle where we crushed everything in our path. And then round 2, it's like reality set in and we all failed our things.
Yeah.
But
Just
Florence taking the initiative, that was good.
Indeed. And just to set the tone here, this wasn't a matter. This is what you'd call a strategic retreat. This is not them losing massive amounts of units. This is them deciding not to risk losing massive casualties by changing
it for now.
Yeah.
It's not a. All right. Well, that didn't work. Let's go home.
They have better strategic victories to win than trying to get across this bridge and feeding all of their people into one choke point.
Indeed. Okay. With that, guys, we are going to go ahead and wrap for the night. Let's go ahead and do some outros as we continue this time of anarchy for the next time. We'll go ahead and start with Thomas for the intros, or the outros, rather.
Hello, and goodbye. My name is Thomas, and I've been playing Sir Edrich of Winterbourne Stoke, Marshal of Salisbury, and by God, my rolls were not the best today. But I didn't get hit by any javelins, which I'm quite proud of.
Indeed. Mark.
Hello, I'm Mark, aka The Cat's Meow, and today I was playing Sir Florence of Idmiston, who nearly died. I also do some other things, such as I run a Vampire the Dark Ages campaign, which I'll be running tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. AST time, Australian Standard. If you want to see some vampire fun in the Dark Ages set on the Isle of Man, come join us at The Cat's Meow on Twitch and at The Cat's Meow role-playing show on YouTube. I'm sure my links are somewhere. If not, I know where you can find them. Join the Discord. If you join the Discord, you can get all kinds of fun things, such as, links and new stuff whenever we go live. And you can find more about my projects that I'm doing. And you can join in the shitposting and memery. And yeah, that's me. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Perfect. And Liam.
Hey, fellas. Sup? I am Dalland for some reason, but it's not important.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I was Virgil of Durnford today. Did some good stuff, said some good things. I want to retroactively thank Yampa again for jumping in and having a nice little cameo. We held the line as we should have, and I'm very much looking forward to our next episode. I have something to plug as well. Next week, we're recording our third episode for On With the Motley. It's a podcast that some of the friends of Ticking Time Bob here do. We basically take a concept that one of us is unfamiliar with that the others are passionate about and break it down for them in a way that's fun and entertaining. Our first episode was on Doctor Doom from Marvel Comics. Our second episode was on Greek sagas like the Iliad, the Odyssey, and then this next week I'm not sure if we're doing Mass Effect or Rime of the Ancient Mariner, but either way it's going to be really exciting, so come check that out as well. It's on YouTube, Spotify, podcast, etc.
Awesome. Yeah, for my outro, I'm just going to say that we do Pendragon here Sundays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, and they're pretty connected. We have wars happening with all three groups right now, so welcome to Anarchy proper. We're properly there now. Yeah, so on Tuesday, you can watch as Summerland, or Somerset, as it's now known, prepares for the remaining invasion of Cornwall. And on Friday, we will see how Nanteleod responds to Lady Violet and Yampa's character, Rune, arriving back in Wanborough. Thanks so much for watching.
Hopefully sending some fucking reinforcements.
Yeah.
Really quickly, no less.
A little bit of a side. We have Anarchy in Londinium and Anarchy in the Vale. They're also happening. They're just open Pendragon. There's a lot going on right now during Anarchy, so check it out if you're interested. Thanks for watching, and let me just see what we're at here. If we still have... Yeah, we have 19 viewers we have to raid, so I have to pass on the love. So give me a sec.
I'm in.
Hell yeah.
Give me a sec to find...
We got a good number of raiders right when the action was beginning, which is a nice welcome change.
It's from all the other times where
right as we're ending.
Yeah, or Winterface. It seems like we get them a lot.
Welcome to the accounting section.
Yeah, indeed. I don't have as many friends as I normally do online, so let me just see. Nope. Why not? I don't know who they are, so that'll be fun. We're gonna raid out to Dad Gaming Online. So, one sec here. They're playing some Dungeons and Dragons.
Gaming.
Yeah, right. Looks like they're playing some D&Ds. So.
Indeed.
Oh man, it didn't work. Hold on. I'm not sure why that's not working. Oh, DG Online. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. All right, check them out, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Farewell.
Is that really awkward one where I forget that the rating takes 10 seconds, not 5? So just wait a really long time, and out we go.
Da da da.